Whew. Good morning, everyone. It's another great day for Honkai Impact 3rd. Hello, everybody that comes in. My name is Kabu, and today I have also decided I want to be cute. Muy, muy cute. And for anyone that might have noticed, I have like a new person on bridge duty. Say hello, Koradi.
これがペットを飼わない理由。ブラッシングに倍の時間をかけたくないんだ。
Really like characters that have like animal ears and animal tails. It adds to their cuteness. I was really lazy today. Last night I had to like work on some on like building like a furniture kind of thing really late in the night. So I ended up like falling asleep really tired. So I decided to like sleep in a little bit today, and just a couple of things from like my cat and things like downstairs. But now I'm ready for to start with the next chapter for Honkai. So on the last chapter we got to play as Kiana and Rita, as they ended up being sort of like I guess we can call them, they become some sort of like temporal allies, since Rita is still under the orders of Otto and Kiana is still running away from Chixal. We found out that World Serpent is kinda upping the things that they're doing compared to the things that they do in like the manga, which are pretty small. They're kind of like hidden. They're like the Illuminati of the game, where they just keep doing things like conspiracy stuff like that. They're just trying to like mess up with the lives of the people, while nobody's actually like noticing them. And now they're going for something big. They're trying to like do some sort of like experiment to like the whole city or something of the sort. I don't think they mentioned what the plan that World Serpent has for the city is, but it's bad. It's bad, and both Kiana and Rita know that it's really bad and they need to like actually stop it. So that's why they set up this little like temporal alliance. And it was a little bit of a surprise that Rita ended up being the kind of person that it actually puts aside the orders that Otto has given her for like a moment, because that was like the entire character that I had of her, the image that I had of her. And right now it's just like doing a bunch of stuff to like help Kiana, or well, she's, maybe it was more like Kiana and Fuhu ended up placing some sort of like bait for her, and she bit it, and she's helping with the investigation of what's going on, and what might happen to the city if it's left alone to the devices of World Serpent. So with that in mind, I'm thinking of starting chapter 14, if I'm reading that correctly. Dispel the Darkness. And if I have time later on, I want to finish Pause Honkai Odyssey. Talk a little bit with my friend about this, and he really laughed at me when I was going off on the there's no way that this is like the main story. There's no way that this follows the main story like at all. It feels like an event, and it's just like sweet little innocent child, you do not know anything. And so it seems like I do not know anything. But I should pay attention to the things that are happening here. But I shouldn't just like take them. Shouldn't take like everything to heart. But it does follow some things that are happening on the main story, so I should keep wary of that. He didn't give me any hints or anything of the sort. He just told me that I should just like pay attention to like the things that are happening, because they're quite curious occurrences. Like I asked him about like the thing with like Kiana, it's just like well, things happen. It's just like thank you. You're being just about as roundabout about the whole thing as May was when she just gave like that little hint, which is good. It's still good. I don't want to find out what's gonna happen. Like it feels like something bad might happen to Kiana, but we don't know about it. Who knows? There might be something like it's Honkai's been like sealed, so maybe she like sort of like sacrifices himself in terms of like just gotta get like stuck on the moon, just being like the seal for like the Honkai or something of the sort. And the difference is just like she actually doesn't like die, but instead it's just like stuck. You know, kind of like I'm being the I'm being the lock for the door of where the Honkai is being like stored in order to like help everybody else have like their own have like a normal life and sort of things. He also gave me like some like tips and tricks in order to like play it. He was surprised that I ended up finding out about like the jump dodge because the game doesn't actually teach you that jumping makes it so that you can actually dodge in Paul's Honkai Odyssey. But you know how it is. Like there's a I'm sure everybody has noticed that sometimes when you're playing like video games, whenever you're like just like panicking and stuff like that, like the and an enemy attack is coming, like one of the first responses that you get is just like dodge, but you end up like trying to jump because you think like jump is like faster than like running away, and then you get hit, which didn't happen this time. I ended up jumping and I didn't get hit, so it means that you can dodge. Anyways, before I start japping for like 30 minutes, let's go on and let's start Dispel the Darkness. All right, I was looking for like a CG to be able to use for this because I didn't find anything that I could use. I didn't find the CG when I was looking through thumbnail pictures, but I did manage to find this one. Managed to find the complete picture of like Kiana versus Raven. I'm pretty excited about. We have like a new sort of like female villain coming in. Raven looks really good. Went by the name of Kiora, and definitely did not look suspicious at all the first time that she actually appeared on the screen. You know, she's supposed to be like part of like the Heliopolis staff, which is like wearing all these clothes. It's just like yeah, just like it's just normal uniform that all of them use. I mean, like the people that were supposed to like be inside, they were like played as robots, and I think she even was supposed to be like one of those like robots kind of things, as sort of like placeholders for the characters. My kitty also chin rubs. I'm gonna give her some chin rubs real quick as I talk. Curious that they have like so much like secondary content for this chapter compared to the other ones. Because on the other ones, it's just like a very small thing. But it's sort of like the worlds for this one because it's like Trial of Darkness 1, 2, and 3. And on chapter, I keep forgetting which chapter it is, like the numberings, chapter 11, I think. It's like they have World 1, 2, and 3. So it's probably something like that. I just keep hoping, I keep praying that it isn't any sort of like lock. It might suddenly like show up after completing 14.5, 14.9, 14.13. Oh, it's just the end one. So I'm gonna guess that there's no lock. Hopefully. It's a movie at the start. There were only endless darkness and a bleached desert stretching as far as the eye could see. She stood with 7 warriors and have one mission. The last battle of this long war would be fought here. Alright, let me... Oops. Oh, it seems like the audio is working this time. Been doing like a couple of like extra checks. That's why I started a little late as well. Had to do extra checks to see if the audio was working, and it's not like OBS screwing things up again. It would determine the fate of humanity. Will anyone amongst them live to see tomorrow? She had no answer. Kevin.
そろそろ始まるぞ。メイの計算によると、彼女の降臨まであと1時間しかない。
はい。ケビン、今日という日が終わっても、人類の歩みが止まらないことを願っています。
ああ、きっとそうなるよ。もし君にまだためらいがあるのなら、振り返って地球を見てみるといい。
The girl turned around. Earth. The planet was an azure orb suspended in the great yawning void. The planet's deep blue curves emitted a warming halo that seemed to repel the darkness.
顔を上げるたびに、僕は宇宙の暗さと冷たさに寒気を覚える。それでも、そこには温度がある。地球が僕たちを育て、 星が僕たちの頭上で輝いているから。
Earth. The girl thought about the humans there. They may be grieving or taking part in a doomsday revelry. But she saw things from the moon. Wars, hatred, pain, and those memories of the past no longer meant anything. The only thing that mattered would be the future. If humanity survives and repopulates the planet, their pain and conflicts will only return. Yet the only thing that still mattered would be the future.
ケビン、メイ博士との言い争い、そしてあなたに言った言葉、申し訳ないと思っています。
命を託せる人に謝る必要はない。
そうですか。では、何を言えばいいのでしょう。
約束だよ。僕たちの中に生きて、この戦場から出られる人がいたら、その人は、より多くの責任を背負うことになる。メイが用意した聖婚計画、火種計画、箱舟計画などのプラン。
Stigma, Ember, and Arc. We know about Stigma, or at the very least, bits of it.
みんなが賛同しているわけではないけど、これらの努力は人類の復興に種をまいてくれるだろう。生き残れた人は、それらの種が同じ過ちを繰り返さないように、新たな文明が育つまで守らないといけない。崩壊を永遠に終わらせる希望は、その中にあると僕は信じている。その日まで人類は多くの犠牲を伴うけど、でも人類は永遠に希望をなくさない。
I do remember that in the second eruption manga there was like a part where it's just like what was it? It was something about fighting the final Hersher. 7 warriors go to the moon to fight it, but 2 of them die immediately as soon as the final Hersher is born. So, and they're talking about the final battle here, so I'm guessing that's like what's going on, because Kevin's there. Kevin is there and he's talking about the future, and he's talking about Project Stigma. We don't know what Project Stigma is, but we're getting like sort of like crumbs from like chapter 13 about what Stigma is. We know Shixel is creating artificial Stigma, which are very, very dangerous, but that they still need it in order to be able to fight the Honkai. So we still don't know enough. Still don't know enough. Some sort of weapon. It's something that they need to use to fight Honkai that helps them be able to just be on par with the Honkai beast and defend like the cities of Earth. But natural Stigma is rare, so that's why Otto had to make artificial Stigma, even though the risk is really high. Plan comes with a price too dear to pay for humanity. Old friends. Act 1, Raven Hunt. And I guess because it's a new chapter, I'm gonna be starting with the sort of like the weakest ones. Oh, I guess May is gonna be joining us later in the chapter, or like she's gonna have like a little part, something to do in the story. All right, let's go back to it. Previously on Honkai Impact 3rd.
しかしその地で待ち受けていたのはヨルムンガンドの陰謀であった。その牙にかかり窮地に追い込まれてしまうリタ。危機に瀕した彼女へと手を差し伸べたのはリタの標的であるキアナであった。今狩人と獲物の運命が一つに交わる。
and Rita is still pretty weakened about from the thing that Jackal and Raven did to her. Outskirts of Ark City, some secluded corner.
Kiana?
私寝てたの？なんか変な夢を見た。夢の中で私は月に立ってて大きな戦いに向けて準備してた。
So that was her dream that we were seeing.
あと男の人が私に声をかけてきてね。その顔はどこか見覚えがあるのに、でも知らない人で、彼は私をファーって呼んでたの。
I'm guessing that at the moment that they wanted to keep it like sort of like hidden, as to who Hua is, but of course the voice and the name already gives you like a lot of a lot of hints that we might be seeing Hua at the moment, like right in front of us.
Kiana. それは私の過去だよ。何かしらの原因で私たちの意識が交錯し始めたのかもしれない。あなたの夢とともに私も昔のことを思い出してきているからね。今まで話す機会がなかったし、言っても信じてもらえないかもしれないけど、私はただの天命のバルキリーじゃないんだ。
She has like a lot of secrets going on. She's been alive for over 500 years. She shows up in the anti-entropy visual novel. She doesn't do much. She sort of just like talks with like wealth. She does like a lot of things in like the second eruption manga. She has like this power, the feathers, which are a divine key, which lets you put like in some the enemies in sort of like illusion. And it even lets you like enter the illusion itself to try to affect enemies, and up to the point of where you can kill them inside of like the dream, and it makes them believe that they're actually dead, and it sort of just like turns them into like it turns like their living body into like a coffin for their mind, sort of thing.
私の人生はあまりにも長く、あなたたちの言う全文明起源まで遡ることになる。私はあの時代の生き残りだ。
Can't remember if I'm supposed to know this already.
委員長が普通の人じゃないって気はしてたけど、なんだか答えを聞いてもいまいち信じられない。じゃあ実験室で見つけた委員長に関する記録も全部本当なの？
Wait, I missed this.
委員長と会話してたあの男の人は？
ケビン・カスラナ。彼はあなたたちカスラナ一族の始祖、全文明の終焉の戦いの生き残り、人類最強の守護者。
He's the one that dealt a debilitating blow to the final Herrscher, although it wasn't good enough to actually stop her. What was it? They got rid of like using like a satellite, they got rid of like 10%, 12% of the power of the final Herrscher with its last shot, and then Kevin struck the final Herrscher but wasn't able to like defeat it. It was just way too powerful.
あの戦いで彼が犠牲になっていたならそうなるはずだった。しかし終焉の戦いの結果はあまりにも惨烈で、それが私を変えケビンをも変え
た。Two people died there.
戦いが終わった後、ケビンはヨルムンガンドなる組織を作って全文明が残した人類復興計画に取り掛かった。
ヨルムンガンド、それって成婚計画の？
I hope that we're gonna get more information about this, because we still don't know much about stigmatas.
その計画は人類にとって必要なものかもしれない。でもその対価は 人類が永遠に支払えないものかもしれない。ケビンが越えてはならない一線を越えたと、彼のやり方には賛同できないと反抗し始めた者がたくさん現れた。その後ケビンは突如歴史の舞台から姿を消した。
何があったの？
話すと長くなるから、それは機会があったらまた。
I wanna know now.
でもそれによって安堵する人がたくさんいたのは事実。
So he's another one of those sort of heroes become villains. Oh, right. There's this like perfect saying for it. Live long enough to become like a villain. Something like that. And that might be the case for like Kevin, where he was like a hero of like previous era, but he has lived like long enough to become even like a villain. Like a lot of people, the saying just like Kevin's disappearance was welcomed by many. And she mentioned also this, like many pioneers opposed Kevin's actions and turned against him. He disappeared from history altogether.
ケビンが消えた後、ヨルムンガンドもバラバラになった。消滅したものだと私は思っていた。でも上条製薬の地下実験室で私の過去を記録したファイルが見つかり、そしてあの見覚えのあるマークを見たとき。
I swear I don't remember this at all. I think I missed it. I somehow missed it.
ヨルムンガンドは消えてなんかいない。ただ影に隠れ、主の帰りを待っていただけだと分かった。よく聞いてキアナ。もう天球師にとどまっていてはいけない。もしあの男が帰ってきたら、この全てが彼の計画によるものだったら、ここは危険すぎる。
But we know that she can't do that.
彼のことだから、あなたの存在を見つけたらきっと手加減しないはずだ。昔はあなたを守れたけど、今の私では。
もう逃げるしかないの。今までの3ヶ月みたいに。でも委員長、どこに逃げればいいの？繰り返し逃げてきたよ。怖くなって後ずさりして体を丸めて物陰に隠れて、それで最後まで逃げ切れたことある？
And since before she was running away thinking that the second Harsher was going to take over her body once again, and now that she has like the power to like control her, or like she's like sealed and she can't be coming out so easily anymore, probably feels like there's like no need to like run away anymore. It's like there's that impending danger that was looming over her shoulder is like no longer there. So now all that's left for her is just like the castle and an oath of like helping people.
私は天球師を出ないよ。いつか過去を思い返した時、自分がしてきた選択が逃げることばっかりだったなんて、私ごめんだもん。
And even Kiana, whenever she was like, whenever there was like danger going on around her, and there was still that danger looming next to her, she still went out of her way to try to help people. She helped like that family in like the EX stage. It's like now that the like that entire like danger is like gone, it's like it's even more difficult for her to just like leave somebody that needs help, even if it puts her like in a large amount of danger. Like who was saying that Kevin might be able to like find her at one point in time and then kill her, or that whatever happens in like the city, they might get caught up in it and they might well be in danger because of that.
あなたがそう決めたなら反対はしないよ。でもケビンが天球師にいるという確証を見つけたら一時的でもいい。必ず一度撤退するんだ。
Is that much of a danger?
わかった。
A dangerous person.
ところで、その成婚計画、天命のワクチンは1年前から信州に運ばれるようになってたけど、ヨルムンガンドの計画もその頃から始まってたのかな。
いや、ワクチンの改造は計画の一環に過ぎず、成婚の活性化もその一歩に過ぎないはず。 ただそれを知る者はヨルムンガンドの革新メンバー以外いないだろうね。
今の状況、きっとヨルムンガンドは行動を早めると思う。私たちに残された時間は正直そう多くはないかもしれないね。
She's right. Who was it? I think it was Jackal mentioned that we need to hurry up. No, Jackal was telling Raven that she needs to hurry up with what she's doing in the city, because they had to finish before Jigsaw starts like mobilizing their forces in order to like take vengeance for like attacking them or like what they're doing, because they got found out. They're like modifying the vaccines that that Jigsaw is giving them.
これからどうする？
一番シンプルな方法は工業エリアに戻ってあのゾンビに指示を与えてるやつを見つけ出すことかな。彼女は計画の鍵っぽいし、きっと何か聞き出せるはずだよ。
She looks like a key serpent personnel. She must know
リ
something.
タがそこで騒ぎを起こしてくれたおかげでまだチャンスはあると思うんだ。さっきの工業エリアでの戦闘で体力を消耗しすぎた。
She looked pretty weak at the end of the last chapter.
無理しないでキアナ。少し休まないと。
もう十分休んだよ。それに行動が早ければ早いほど時間もいっぱい稼げるでしょ。
リタはどうする？
Oh, she's still here? Rita was still unconscious. Kiana examined her
こ
wounds.
のままここにいてもらおう。
Kiana inspected her surroundings and made sure she left no traces of herself before leaving the room. But she was not aware that a pair of eyes opened as soon as she closed the door. As expected of the silent maid assassin. Mega guards start showing up outside. Right, that's it. Probably the easiest one to actually dodge. Another one that's really easy. Take the stairs up to get out. Okay. It's definitely going the wrong way. Mecha guards. We need to create some distraction. I need to plant bombs. And down here. Stay clear, they'll explode soon. Alright. Looks like he took out the drone. Right ahead. Pretty simple like sneaking mission. Oh, there wasn't much sneaking. That was quick. For like the first stage. That was very, very quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to finish this this chapter really, really fast. There's the thing to enhance Valkyries. Power up Valkyries on the enhancement screen. Stab on her. And enhance. Level up enhancements unlock more deployment options. You can switch to the newly unlocked Valkyrie Ranger here. You have the details button to learn more about the enhancement options. Clear stages and chapter missions in chapter 14 to get more RSC, hash type 2. They make the Valkyries stronger. Yep. What's that second weapon? I need this. And to get to level 5, so I need, how much is it? 24 more of these thingies. I need to get her, and I need to get this weapon again. And what are the enhances this time? Because this one's different. Just boost the damage of the ultimate by 100%. I like the other one that gave me like HP, so that way I wouldn't like end up missing the, whatchamacallit. Oh, she has it. But she also has this new one. Each hit has a chance to trigger an ice attack that deals massive damage. So Kiana has a fire attack, and Rita gets an ice attack. Until Rita battles your enemies. Rita's hunt continues, but with a different target now. Okay. The good old Rita.
招かれざるお客様ですね。
Rita had carried out many missions before, but never had her expectations been subverted so thoroughly. A Hersher supposedly driven by an inhuman urge for destruction was trying to save a city from a deadly plot. She was Rita's prey, but when she herself was incapacitated, the Hersher saved her life instead. Rita also witnessed Kiana talking to herself, or was she talking to someone else, someone unseen? So only Kiana can see Fuhua. And because she doesn't know, then she's like thinking that maybe she's talking to herself, talking to like a hallucination that's happening because of the Hersher thing, or maybe that she has like some sort of like communication, those like earpods kind of thing, and she's talking to someone else.
先ほどは気づかれないよう身動きが取れなかったため、よく聞き取れなかったのが残念でしたね。とにかくこれ以上ここにいるわけにもいきません。キアナさん、ヨルムンガンドの注意を引きつけておいてくださいね。こちらにもやるべきことがありますから。
So I'm guessing that she's also going to try to help her, but now the tables have turned. Before it was Rita distracting the World Serpent, and now it's going to be Kiana distracting the World Serpent for Rita. So she switched on her communication device and waited for a response. Nearly a minute passed. No one picked up, but she could hear Alvider's voice. Oh.
アルビトルさん、ご無事で何よりです。
空の日者に助けられたんです。どうして彼女が私たちを
それは私もよくわかりません。
副隊長、本部に連絡しようと試みたのですが、妨害を受けて。
わかりました。
I died.
すぐ合流しますので。
Oops. I should be more careful about dealing damage to enemies, so I don't end up skipping on stuff. I don't know its range. We can just walk past it anyway. Yeah. Talking about random like the dialogue skipping, my friend told me that she finally gets an animation. There's a bit of like scuff that on post Honkai Odyssey, where it also has a lot of that of dialogue skipping randomly. So I should be ready to start reading lines really fast in order to not miss anything that they might say like important. Right. Stealth mission complete.
本部との通信が取れない以上、メッセージを残すしかありませんね。ミッションコード、主月。報告対象、デュランダル。報告人、リタロス・バイセ。
Sending a message to Durandal. It took her a few minutes to leave her message. Rita then began to think about things.
デュランダル様とはしばらく連絡を取れていません。キアナさんのご友人たちはそろそろこちらの正体に反応する頃でしょうね。
And this might be why May shows up. So they probably Teresa's team with oh wait, Teresa's not here. Teresa's still at the deep. Who was it that was coming to save Kiana? It was May and Tesla. Tesla's team probably wouldn't have been able to find Kiana by themselves, but since Rita is throwing them like a message, probably with her location, in order to like find more people to help with like this this whole ordeal that's going on. That might be the reason as why it's like sort of shows up. But can they find Kiana? Is like the big question. Oh, hey there, Jaeger. How's it going? Good morning, or well, afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. Oh, right. Chilling hands. There we go. Just one more level and I can get the other weapon. Are we today? I was really tired in the morning. I had to like build some like some furniture late at night, so I went to sleep a little bit later than normal and tired. More tired than normal. The Genshin update is today. Yeah, I heard about it from like my friend. He was going crazy about it when I was talking with him last night. Looks like you got my schedule down already. Meanwhile, the Heliopolis Biomedical Park, Raven received a call from Jackal. Eh?
進捗はどうだ？上条製薬の秘密が暴かれた今、実験に残された時間は多くない。
She looks good. Jackal? I guess this is the perfect time to say if evil, why hot? Well, Shiori as a character isn't great, but her word is great value, so it's pretty great. We'll see when it drops. Yeah. Gotta wait for people to just give like their little their rating on it. Although I'm not much of a tier list believer. A lot of the people that do tier lists are very, very biased. And a lot of the stuff that they're kind of looking at like the damage and stuff like that. So it's like it's hard to believe a tier list when you see one. Most of the time, you gotta try them out yourself in order to be able to see if they're good.
すでに人手を全部投下したさ。私は魔術師じゃないからな。魔法なんて使いやしない。天命のバルキリーが起こした騒ぎのせいでペースが乱れちまった。でも、それはどうでもいい。
Looks like Rita's plan worked.
一番危険なのは、空の律者もこちらを狙っていることだ。あの律者の娘は、この計画を台無しにする火種になりうる。
足止めするんだ。
足止め
Throw defense sensors in one of its main boosts is defense, so it's mostly an albedo sword, which sucks, but the primary perk is 88% extra crit damage and it buffs attack, skill, and defense. So like everything. So it buffs everything from the looks of it.
あいつは憎いけど、私は狂ってない。たとえお前が今の10倍以上の化け物を作り出し、そいつらを全部向かわせたとしても、空の律者を足止めできないくらい力の差は歴然だ。
There's that Kiana has gotten way, way, way stronger after taming the power of the void.
第二次崩壊で彼女が何をしたか思い出せ。
Oh.
律者との戦いは人数を増やせばいいってもんじゃない。それは私よりお前の方がよっぽど分かってるはずだ。
I don't know if this might be correct, but maybe Kiana is not as strong as they believe. But they think that she's like way stronger because they're thinking of her as the actual Herrscher of the Void, as sitting instead of like Kiana. I can imagine it would be good with Ayato, for example, since his skill is his majority of his DPS.
1時間前の現場記録を確認したが、あの娘は資料に記されている律者レベルの破壊力を有していないかもしれない。
Yeah. She really doesn't have that much power. She did tame the power of the void, and she can use it, but she cannot use it to the level of somebody that well, an actual Herrscher.
覚醒したばかりで自分の力を完全にコントロールできていないのだろう。彼女に対するあんたの恐怖は子供の頃のトラウマに過ぎない。
So that means that you're gonna pull for the weapon?
それに以前聞いた情報によると、新たに生まれた空の律者は天命本部で暴走するもわずか数時間で制圧されている。
Mm.
当時天命には S 級バルキリーが3人いたと聞いたが、そのうちの1人リタロス・バイセはあんたと手合わせしたばかりだろう。
Oh, oops. And is Rita really any good? Our clever trap took her out of the game.
これでわかるはずだ。神聖律者の力はあんたが思っているほど手の届かない存在ではない。
かもしれない。聞いたお前の話は家庭ばっかりだな。天命の司教が別の手を隠し持っていたらどうする？
Look at you go. You're here selling Chiori's weapon. But you're still not going for her, huh? You're still going for someone else? What are you doing then selling her weapon? Not like I'm gonna end up getting it in time, but
オットーがあいつはバルキリーの背中に隠れる臆病者だということを誰もが知っている。
a little did they know that he was actually right at the front. And he's been at the front of like a lot of things. The one of Sidon's Herrscher, he was there to like attack her. He went up to like to Sidon as well a couple of times. Although yeah, it does seem that he doesn't have like the same amount of power as the probably like the Valkyries. Especially because every time like he mentions that he needs like some sort of like power, he mentions that he needs to like switch bodies into like a specialized body in order to be able to fight. Gotta get some income, so they give me a single wish. Hashtag paid ad. Yep. Hashtag paid viewer. Check your PayPal. You've got like you got one wish.
オットーに問題を解決する力があると信じるぐらいなら、奴が卓越した装甲を発明し、退役間近のベテランバルキリーに装備させて、
And surprise, surprise.
空の律者を倒したと言った方が信じられる。
It's one of the wishes that it doesn't let you go for the event ones, the limited ones.
そのユーモアセンスには感服するよ。
You're a paid actor. Open parentheses, unpaid, close parentheses for the channel.
渡りガラス。成婚計画のために組織は何年も準備してきた。災害により警戒状態に入り、かつ市民の疎開が即時にできないほど人口が過密な巨大都市。今以上に理想的な実験条件はないし、今後も見つかる保証はない。
What's this like ASMR footsteps that's going on around? I can hear footsteps right now. There's like the footsteps on like my left ear.
それに最も大事なことは、孫子がここを見ている。ここで人類の未来を見たいと願っておられるのだ。私たちに退路などない。
Raven's hooded face tensed when she heard those words.
すべては蛇の望むままに。
It's too quiet here. Go. Living in your house, you're still in the closet? Ooh. You can go past it. Oops. I very much could not go past. I can take him out now. Go. They're really liking like this little stealth missions, because a lot of them are like showing up. Become a famous billionaire, I expect credit. You can keep expecting it then. Where am I even supposed to go? Let's take 2 paths. Looks like they're doing the same thing. So I'll just wait. There's no other pad over there, right? There's a pad over there, but there's no way that's it. It's way too easy to get there. The stealth mission cannot be this easy. It's not here. Maybe it was over there. Because there's nothing on this side. Oh shit. I guess that place does look like a big building, but this is like a bigger building. It has like more details than that building as well. I can make it before this guy turns around. Is it here? Something up ahead. What a cool little anime girl grown adult man you are. Ah, of course. All billionaires are cold and heartless. You forgot about that. So the moment that I become a billionaire, I'll just throw you away like a napkin. The girl infiltrated the biomedical park. The dark cover of the night gave her a sense of peace. She observed with bated breath. The woman who ambushed Rita was issuing orders to a convoy crew.
私たちが着いた途端、すぐに行動を開始するとは。少し都合が良すぎる気もするけど。
車が動くよ。ベストなタイミングは自分たちじゃ選べない。そうでしょ?
At least put me in your inheritance, Elon. Elon must. What is it? Just like it's the sheep Elon. Is there a little Musk? Is Elon must? Kiana leapt down and pursued the departing convoy. Maybe if you buy my Kabu coin, I'll think about it. God, I still can't believe that dumb those dumb things happening with like Elon, with like the cryptocurrency and stuff. Alright, give me that weapon. This is all I want. And now I can start working on her. I just noticed that it's giving me her with like a couple of like levels. Starting on level 3 rather than starting on like level 1. On the topic being asked for money is genuinely the epitome of awkward experiences. I don't really like lend money. I haven't like done that for like friends. Maybe if like say if it's like a small amount of money, and I never like expect it back, so that I don't end up in like any sort of like problems. Like when you're at school and let's say like your friend needs to like leave, but they forget like their change, or like they use too much like money buying like lunch, and they still need money for like the bus. Like the bus is pretty cheap, so like that amount of money, if you just give it to them, it's just like there's like no problems, and you just don't expect it back. It's like there's no reason to expect like a single buck. After a careful study of her opponent, Ken is ready to strike. Strike. I did swap everything, right? Gotta make sure. Yes. Did. Never ask for money with my luck. I get told no for $1. Highway lights flashed past as Kiana approached the convoy trucks as quickly as she could. She launched herself into a graceful leap and landed softly right on top of the vehicle.
Kiana, あのマントをかぶった女には注意して。リタとの戦闘を見たところ、彼女は陰湿な手段を使うのが得意なようだ。分かってるよ。倒れてたバルキリーたちもあいつのガスのせいで戦闘不能になったんだから。あのガスは不朽なる刃を無力化できる。おそらくヨルムンガンドは 体内の崩壊エネルギーを無効化する化学兵器を用意したのかもしれない。
It was really smart. She already deduced the entirety of the power of the gas, just by seeing like its effects.
だけど、そういった兵器には2つの弱点がある。1つ目、もし相手も崩壊エネルギーを使って戦うのであれば、自分が巻き添えを食らわないよう遠くに逃げなければならない。2つ目、それらの機体は密閉空間でないと効果を発揮できない。
それがあのマント女がリタと直接戦わずに実験室で罠にはめることを選んだ理由だね。
And she only sent zombies to attack her before throwing the gas in.
屋外で彼女と1対1で戦える機会を可能な限り伺って、同時に万が一の準備もしないといけない。
I don't know where my kitty went. She was laying down on my feet a second ago.
ねえ委員長、それでも私思うんだけどさ。
Maybe she got angry that I wasn't getting her attention.
彼女とは早々に決着をつけなくちゃいけないって。
Kiana braced herself and held the trigger. Her body was a coiled spring waiting to be launched. Alright, she really does have like a lot of power. She's definitely not weaker than her like first like form, like the other like sort of like forms that she actually has. Ow! It's probably the strongest that Kiana has ever been, like at the moment. That SP. Might need to ult. Right, perfect. Here we go. Did they stop giving ultimate missions? The other ones were like stealth missions, so you couldn't ult on them. But yeah, I don't see that they're showing up anymore. Wonder if they got rid of it. That'd be nice, especially because I don't have like the SP region thing. The hunter and the prey. The hunting game never ends. Raven hunt. Right, time for Raven to show up. All right.
これであんたの崩壊エネルギーを使えない。平等な条件で私と戦える自信あるの？
お前に平等など永遠に訪れない。
It's bugged! God damn it! It's been a while since this happened. I thought I was safe. Good luck on Fortnite. I hope you get some good teammates so that they can carry you instead of you carrying them. Also, I find it kind of funny that Raven threw like a vehicle at Kiana because it made me think like, oh, is this like payback for like throwing like what was it? Use movement skills to evade the slowing and vision impairing feathers. All right. This is like her payback from like Rita throwing the like, what is it? The flying ship at their like Heliopolis labs. Mira, Kitty's back. Mira. Ven. There we go. Kitty. Alright, we'll go give her some like shin rub, so it just she doesn't feel like I'm ignoring her. Sometimes I wish that I could just pick her up and put her on my legs, but she gets really annoying when I do that. I've done it before. Alright, back into the game. She could feel her body losing its energy. Her limbs moved sluggishly, as though she was swimming in a mire. The enemy's grey cape unfurled like a raptor's wings. She moved so fast that she was essentially a blurred shadow. Kiana tried evading, but the opponent read her moves. Razor-sharp talons dug into her chest. She could hardly maintain her balance or stay on her feet. I actually thought that she might be able to be immune to the gas because she has like a harsher core. Also curious that I thought she was gonna be turning into like a Honkai beast as well, just like the gray serpents when they injected themselves with like a syringe. Yeah, you tell her, Raven. Raven tossed the unconscious girl to the automatons and ordered them to lock her up in a truck container. No one noticed the figure in the distance to observe the entire battle. So it was an antidote rather than some sort of like other syringe that enhanced her combat capabilities. So now she's gonna try to get the antidote for the next fight, and after she gets the antidote, she's gonna go and save her. Hey. You better go save Kiana after this. Rita murmured to herself as she disappeared into the night. Rita, she did save you. So you should pay Kiana back by saving her. Trial of Darkness 1 unlocked. More challenges await. The Trial of Darkness stages provide extra story XP to help captains grow faster, but I do not need it. I'll be fine. Just need to level up Rita. Go and give her her weapon. And I'll save the rest of it for whenever May gets unlocked. Right. Crystals grabbed. Knowing Kiana failed, Rita begins her solo mission. Meanwhile, Raven dreams of her past in the hibernation pod. Oh wait, I didn't swap her. Crap. Save changes. There we go. That's the wrong station. Alright, perfect. Mira. Heliopolis Biomedical Park, 30 minutes later.
副隊長、デュランデル様からまだ返答はありませんが、こ
本当に続行しますか？部下として勝手な行動は慎むべきかと。この前の行動の時点でだってリタさんは不利な状況に陥っていました。そして力を失ったまま一人で任務を遂行するのはあまりにも無謀ですよ。
She probably doesn't know that she's actually doing this in order to actually not get hurt in the next operation by getting the antidote for the gas.
アルビトルさんの言う通りですね。指揮の失策、判断ミス、そのせいで部隊に損失を与えました。リーダーとして私は全責任を背負うべきです。
The Genshin story quest is too long. I don't care about the lowly goddess, bro. I want Navia. Don't mean mean to the lowly goddesses. They're cute.
でも
And that's all that matters.
ここにいる私にはヨルムンガンドの計画を止める責任があります。
計画を止めるですか？
デュランダル様が到着すれば速やかに勝利を手にすることは確かです。ですが万が一デュランダル様がここに来られなかったら、もしくは彼女がここに来る前にヨルムンガンドがすでに計画を完了させたら、そうしたらこの都市はどうなりますか？勝利というものが数えきれないほどの人々を犠牲にして、その屍に埋め尽くされた場所で敵を倒すことなら、そんな勝利バルキリーとしていりません。
Well said.
ですのでデュランダル様からのご返信があるまで私も何かしないといけません。
Before I only liked her because of like her character in itself, just being like the battle maid. But it seems like she has way more to her than what was given to us. Like her actually trying to stop the destruction of the city and saving like innocent people, just not following orders.
これは私が自分に与えた指示。私一人の任務です。
Or maybe she's still the type of to like follow orders down to the T, but she sort of like gave herself like an order in order to like save everybody in the city, and so she now must like follow that order. And Albiter is still as cute as ever. So it seems like the effects of the gas haven't like dissipated, like gone away.
アルビトルさん、バルキリーの戦いは何も崩壊エネルギーに頼るばかりではありませんよ。今まで受けてきた訓練は私の体に刻まれています。ご用でしょうか。
Find the entrance to the laboratory. The stealth fails if an patrolling guard notices you.
まだ崩壊エネルギーは使えませんが、限られた時間の中でなら今まで通り機能します。
ありがとうございます、アルビトルさん。では、例の解毒薬から。
Right.
かしこまりました。
Find the entrance to the laboratory. Turn on the na so you can see the vision of the enemy. I'm gonna guess that's what's going to say.
ご安心ください。艦長様は私がお守りします。
Ooh.
まだ危険から脱していませんよ。かしこまりました。
Can I go around it? I can.
私の力を信じてください。
Heliopolis Life Sciences. Well, it looks like it looks like I got the place that I needed to go wrong twice in a row. Oh wait, there's a mark. All right, never mind. I got it this time. On Kiana's mission, it actually didn't tell me where I needed to go, but now it was? Is it down here then? Mark is gone. This does not look like the way I need to go though. Oh, it is the way that I need to go.
手がかりはその研究所から入手できる可能性。待ってください。エオス号の残骸がすでにバラバラにされ運ばれたのでしょう。嫌な予感がしますね。
While Rita infiltrated the Heliopolis complex, something else transpired deep within the biomedical lab. Raven rested in a sleeping pod to heal injuries suffered while fighting the gas.
ナタ行け生き残るんだ。また兄の夢を見た。彼と別れたその日の夢を。破壊は突如訪れ、私たちは故郷を離れるほかなかった。食料、薬、水、何もない環境で人々は物資をめぐって狂い殺し合いをする。災害から逃げ延びる道中でたくさんの人が死んでいった。私も生き残れるなんて思わなかった。あの男が私たちの前に現れるまでは。お願いだ。アリも一緒に連れてってくれ。
So it seems like she also had like a lot of circumstances going on, and why she ended up joining like the World Serpent.
君はまだ若いから理解できないかもしれないが、よく聞いてほしい。白花に祝福されし少女よ。
The white flower.
命というのは高く脆いものだ。人が生き残るには無数の命が犠牲になる必要がある。丘陵からその血肉をいただき、稲穂からその種をいただき、木々から薪と果実をいただく。この困窮した時代では、そのような犠牲を許される価値のある人間だけが生き残れるんだ。残念ながら君のお兄さんにはその価値がない。お兄さんの言葉を受け入れるべきだ。君が生き残るために犠牲になった者たちの代わりに勇敢に生きるんだよ。君の価値を見せてやるんだ。
彼は私を連れて私を守り私を訓練した。しかし今になっても兄の夢を見ることが怖い。ちゃんと生きているかと兄に聞かれるのが怖い。
And instead of leading a good life, she ended up becoming some sort of like assassin. And right now they're planning sort of like the destruction of a city. So she's instead of becoming a good person, she has become like a villain. 1 hour and 14 minutes until the Genshin update. Manifesting dubious luck for my pulls. Just write a bunch of like 7s and then close your eyes until you hear that you get the lucky pull. Comm signals started flashing. Raven woke from her sleep. Whenever I get into Genshin, I'm not gonna be very hopeful of like getting good luck. I already demonstrated that I have like very, very bad luck when I was pulling for the new character for Honkai. What was it, 81 pulls before I got her? I did get her weapon immediately though, so that's good. I wonder about that though. sitting in like a lot of things that wouldn't be very classified as mortal human.
ジャッカル、お前何をしているのか分かっているんだろうな。
Against players who aren't me got insane luck, don't worry. They get double 5 stars and such. Whew. Wish I was them. I wish I was them.
分かっているさ。組織が設立されてから生きている律者どころか律者の研究サンプルすら入手できたことはない。
Maybe I'll get some streamer luck.
する研究は崩壊の本質を理解するのに飛躍的な結果をもたらす。
Experiments on her will greatly expand our knowledge about the very nature of Honkai itself.
その研究とやらで崩壊により死んでいった人を生き返らせることはできるのか。
我々研究者にとってこの機械が何を意味するのかあんたには理解できまい。
The key is just saving for someone specific and building the free characters. I didn't do that, but people do and it works great. Guess I'm gonna end up doing that then. Thanks for the tip. Now let's see if I can actually remember it by the time I start playing it though.
敵を理解できなければ敵に勝つチャンスは永遠に来ない。それがあんたにどれほどの苦しみを与えたとしてもそれを受け入れその正体をはっきりさせ倒す機会を探るのだ。それができなければあんたが今まで経験した苦しみは無駄になる。
It's kind of crazy that from how much Honkai has been like in the modern world to the point where it actually eliminated a civilization before the current one, they still don't know much about it. You'll never defeat an enemy if you refuse to understand it. We must embrace it, assess it, and learn how to defeat it. This also reminds me of games like XCOM and stuff like that, where you get like it's a really tough time like at the start of the game, but later on because you keep like sort of investigating the enemy, doing like autopsies and stuff like that, you start like getting like better weaponry based on like them, and then you defeat them. I'll be here to remind you we're besties. Remember, in my head. I think I'd prefer it if you reminded me about the tip before you remind me that we're besties.
それに個人の苦しみも失敗も所詮数十億分の1という微々たるものに過ぎない。
She seems more like a crazy scientist type of
治
character.
療が必要な苦しみは一つだけ。それは全人類共通の運命。崩壊がもたらした苦しみだ。
Or she's the type of scientist where it's just like Honkai has been doing so much that it's like it's also thinking no matter what sacrifices are being made, as long as this is like the end result, everything's okay to do.
だから今は自分の仕事をするがいい。
空の律者はお前の手元にある。起動のスイッチもすでに用意できた。今となっては誰にも計画の邪魔などできないさ。
スイッチを押そう。2時間後、天球師の人々は神聖を迎える。
And now we're timed. Right, without her power, experience, and instincts. Without her power, experience and instincts are Rita's only weapons. Will her aid come in time? Aid.
前に入手したデータによりますと、このエリアは工業エリアの薬物研究所になりますね。うまくいけば、この中に解毒剤の手がかりがあるはずです。
もしもの話ですが、副隊長が敵に見つかってしまいましたら、英鉄両権の自動モードをオンにしてください。危ない時にフォローしてくれます。
アルビトルさん、少しは私を信じてくださる？
It's normal that she's like worried about you, Rita. Poor Alviter.
ご用でしょうか?
Look for the antidote. A cut mark. Looks fresh. A fun mark. I must have occurred here. Oh? When? The pharmaceutical lab is on the right. Right? Some finished formulation might be found there. So maybe this one? Just that one place that I actually had to go into where we found information about the vaccines. The lab capsule has been opened. Had been opened. There's nothing in there now. So this isn't it. In the middle room? This is the way towards the underground lab, but maybe no. Right, somewhere else. I do like the idea of like doing this like little investigation where it doesn't actually tell you where to go, but it's like an enclosed area and you need to find where you need to go. Oh yeah, because it's a really like small area, there's like not much to like investigate. Domestic log records records a string of characters. Might be the password for the synthesis. Right? And I'm guessing that's what I needed. Anything else that I might miss? Answer is right. This is that low that she needs to like kneel for it. It's finally time for her payback after all the things that happened. Right. She showed up. Is she unlocked? She is indeed unlocked. Now, I need to get her to level 5. Alright, so they gave me Kiana and Rita on level 3, but they didn't give me Mei on level 3. And I have to like level her all the way up. Ah, not like this! Can I switch her? No, I can't. Wanted to get the new Mei. But I can only upgrade her after 1410. That kinda sucks. Maybe we should just upgrade some of her weapons. I don't feel that useless. And that 5. And this is max. And she has lightning damage. Level 3, maybe I'll be able to get it. I guess I'll use the other one. Yesterday's enemies and today's allies. Hands shaken with the enemy's enemy. Can I use Rita? It doesn't tell me that I only need to use Mei, but I guess I still need to use her.
じゃないことを何をもって私は信じればいいのですか。
刀が首に当てられている時、嘘は賢明な選択ではありません。周りを見てみるとわかると思います。ここには待ち伏せなどいませんし、今の私はメイさんに反撃する力もありません。
Just show them your unarmed hands that you're no danger to them, and that'll help.
取引をしていただきたいだけです。あなたが解毒剤を探してくれましたら、
Ah,
キアナさんの居場所を教えて差し上げます。
yeah, she did use like a Kiana as the means to actually call them over. To prove her words, Rita used a projector on her battlesuit to play a video of her fighting alongside Kiana.
ここでは私たちは同じ戦線に立っています。利害が一致したようですね。ではよろしくお願いしますね、メイさん。
女の子にこんなことして、だからモテないのよ。
Oh, straight into battle. I'm so weak! Oh, I think my controller is just like not working. That's a big miss. Oh, and I'm still dealing a lot of damage to them. It should be fine. Right, there we go. Alright, that helped.
約束したことはもう果たしました。次はあなたが約束を果たす番です。
She's done with the
こ
antidote?
の工業エリアの管理棟底部の奥にヨルムンガンドの実験室があります。そこでは崩壊関連の実験がいろいろと行われていました。
Still this guy just like looking around.
キアナさんが監禁されている場所はおそらくそこだと思います。地図と行動ルートをお渡しします。
This stage might not be done. That's probably why that guy's still like running around. I might need to get to the elevator. A blade was drawn. Its cold edge pressed against Rita's neck and cut her words short.
これはどういう意味です？
リタさん、もう一つ欲しいものがあります。あの目、ハイヘビの目が欲しいです。
Thing for the Ningyo.
仰せのままに。
And I'm surprised she's just giving it so willingly.
これであの子は最後の自由を手に入れられる。
はあ、メイさん、これ以上遅れますとキアナさんがあの実験室で辛い思いをするかもしれませんよ。ではこれにてお別れといたしましょう。次に会う時はその刀が私の首筋に当たることがないよう。
Well, knowing all the things that are happening and that she's still on Otto's side, then it might happen again. Rita watched the girl leave.
解毒剤の件はこれで一段落ですね。
Oh, but she did not give her like an antidote. So May is still in danger.
次は
And so is Kiana.
一体どこに隠されたのか調べましょう。
Yep, I knew it. No time for those enemies. I have to find Kiana as soon as possible. Oh, there was locked. Maybe because of the fight. Not this way. I guess I should keep looking.
艦長、次の目標は何ですか？
Alright, go to sleep.
ちょっと不安かも。了解です、艦長。
Laboratory area. Alright, it's over here. Okay, time to hide. May walks especially slow. Right. Let's see if she has some sort of like assassination. She does. That's something to actually give her like an assassination like animation. It's just like the newest character to actually that you can play in this chapter. It's coming from underground. The elevator should take me to the underground lab. Yep. Alright, let's go save Kiana. But before I do that, there's something very important that I must do, which is toilet break. Kirby. Mic working? Mic working. Perfect. Okay. Am I forgetting something? I think I am. All right. There we go. Let's go save Kiana. All right, 1410 is the important one, because after this one I can level up May. She had the same illusory dream in countless nights, drowning in a bottomless abyss, the ruse. Now there's an ultimate skill, cast an ultimate skill at least one time mission. And I can use Kiana. Perfect. This is probably my strongest character. Underground lab, biomedical park. For countless nights, she dreamed of drowning in a bottomless abyss. It was pitch black. An icy coldness engulfed her. She tried swimming towards the surface to catch a breath, but it was just too dark, and the surface was just too far. Giving up appeared so much easier. She was tired. She was tempted to ignore the suffering of the world and give in to sleep. But a voice quickly called her name. Fine cracks appeared in massive slabs of ice. Her name felt so alien to her. It felt as though it was never hers. Yet every syllable of that name tugged at her heart.
Kiana. Kiana Kasrana. Meo samase.
She remembered the name. She always longed to have that name. She slowly regained consciousness. She remembered things, the experiments and the interrogation. Her mission was not yet completed. She would not let herself continue sleeping. Kiana. You were only unconscious for 0.3 seconds in this test run, so it has happened multiple times before. Ugh.
あんたたちの実験、研究室での実験はどれくらいの人が生き残れるの？
Jackal is really a piece of work. I think I might hate her more than I hate Cocolia at the moment.
空の律者にとって死亡者の数など晩餐の後の食卓にあるパンくずのように意味がないと思っていた。
They were for sitting, but Kiana's not like that.
答えが分かったら教えよう。その時まだ私の声が届けばの話だが。
So they don't even know if anybody's gonna end up surviving the experiment.
次の項目。律者コアと身体組織の接続反応。
The girl could bear it no longer. She began to scream in pain. Jackal observed her through a comm screen and gave off a sadistic laugh of enjoyment.
あんたの細胞組織の崩壊エネルギー耐性に驚いたよ。崩壊エネルギー溶液を注入したら精魂が輝き始めた。ああ、なんて美しい刻印だ。孫子が約束してくれた未来に自信が湧いてきたぞ。
成功といえば、あんたたちが天命のワクチンを盗んでバルキリーの敵になっていろいろしたのに、ゾンビの他にこの都市で成功を持つ人間を一人も見なかった。
This can only mean one thing. It's just that every single one of the experiments failed and turned everybody into a zombie.
あんたの計算はきっと間違ってる。
実験サンプルに対し専門的な問題について討論するつもりはない。だって実験サンプルに対し専門的な問題について討論するつもりはない。だって馬鹿げているだろう。
Jackal waved her hand and initiated a new test.
数式の小数点を間違えてるかもしれない。私もテストの時によく。
I'm sure that's happened to everyone, at the very least once. When studying math, Jackal waved her hand again and added another torturous routine.
お前は運に恵まれた虫けらだ。神のような力を手に入れれば、この世のすべてに口出しできるとでも思っているのか。
I can't wait until May gets here and beats her ass. I can't wait. Oops. Double clicked the nice hand. Divine knowledge poised to shape our future. If there is any future after the experiments.
ワクチンの改造もどれほどの崩壊エネルギーを使えばこの都市にいる人々の精魂を完全活性化できるかも。それらの鍵となる知識は私のような非凡なる才能の持ち主以外に理解できまい。
For how much of a genius you think of you are, you still haven't had a successful experiment, Jackal.
崩壊エネルギーはどこに放たれる？都市の中心、それとも郊外？
Hang in there, Kiana. May's almost here.
質問が多すぎる。テストを飛ばして解剖を始めるとするか。
たったこれっぽっちの答えのために無駄な時間を費やしちゃったよ。
This change in her expression? The lab rat suddenly smiled. She turned out to be a guest of a bad comedy show who finally lost her patience.
いいや。どうせこれ以上情報
Jacka's helpless specimen no longer squirmed and trembled in pain. Instead, she grinned like a predator. So she was faking it the whole time. She raised her fist and swung a punch, then another. The hardened reinforced glass shattered like a thin ice before her wrath. Oh, and please also smash her mask. The girl threw a few more punches, destroying the comm screen before Jackal could describe her threat. And that's more like it, Kiana. Kiana ripped bundles of IV tubes off her body, stepped out of the testing tank, and took in a deep breath. Alarms went off around her. A holding cell slowly opened to release a monster encased in a sickening purple carapace. The girl smiled and prepared herself for combat. Hmm? Does Fuhua know something that we don't know? I mean, she sounded really worried. Oh wait, I think I need to ult. I don't think I should be doing too much damage. There we go. Alright. I couldn't read. It happened way too fast. I like this Kiana. I'm really liking this Kiana. She feels really fast. That last attack is like the only actual slow attack that she has. But I can just like skip it and go into the next 1, 2, 3. Reset. Perfect. The little interaction between Kiana and Fuhua was a little strange. She was faking her pain, or she was like faking her screams. But Fuhua is asking her if she's really fine. But Kiana says like it didn't really feel like any pain. So who's right? Is it Fuhua or is it Kiana? I mean, I remember that Sirin had like some special powers of regeneration, like to the point where she survived Teresa's like spear attack at the end of like the second eruption manga, where she didn't like even die. Kiana Caslana has pictured her reunion with Raiden Mei a million times, but none looks like this reunion. I guess it's time. She came a little bit late, but it was time for her to show up. Her killing blow shattered the Honkai beast into black fragments that quickly disappeared into a yawning void. A mighty explosion quickly followed. The giant doors behind her shook and fell apart. Kiana spun around and readied herself for another fight. But the intruder was someone she was wholly unprepared to meet. Mei. Kiana Caslana had fantasized a million different reunions with Raiden Mei. But this was not one of them. She did not expect to meet her at this time or at this place. There was no joy in her heart. There was only fear.
Mei senpai.
And it shows in her voice.
ここに何しに来たの？ここは来ていい場所じゃないよ。私はとにかくここは危ないの。
After all she had been through, she thought she was strong enough to face her best friend. But she lost all courage the moment she saw Mei. She became that drifter girl once more. Guilt and fear of losing control played her heart. The demon of her past whispered behind her ears. Yeah. When she was saying like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here, this place. At one point she says like, I'm dangerous. Like she was about to say that. Like you shouldn't get close to me. Mei held Kiana in a tight, silent embrace. She held on tightly for fear of losing Kiana if she let it go.
Kiana-chan, 怪我してる。帰ろう、ハイペリオンに。学園長たちもあなたを待っているわ。
帰れないよ、メイ先輩。
The past where she could laugh with her friends was gone. She could not pretend that nothing had happened. Would they welcome her with smiles and hugs? Some wounds would never heal. A forced smile only worsens the pain it tries to disguise.
ごめん。もうみんなを巻き込みたくないんだ。
Mei looked at Kiana as though she was a stranger.
Kiana, 今は過去を懐かしんでいる場合じゃない。
Read the room, Fuhua! This is not the time. Well, I guess we're timed. We're timed because they mentioned that it was only 2 hours before the experiment started, but... this is not the time, but it is the time.
敵が通路からこっちに向かってくる。メイさんにも戦闘準備をしてもらおう。
メイ先輩、少し時間が欲しいの。まずはここを出て、この都市の危機を解決したら、また話をしよう。
リタさんから情報をもらってここに来たの。だから事情はもう把握してるわ。でも、キアナちゃん、これだけは分かってほしい。私も、ハイペリオンのみんなも、ずっとあなたを待っているから。
But Kiana doesn't... were the words that Sirin said on the EX chapter like way too much? Where she was saying like, oh, they only want to find you just so they can kill you. Or something of the sort. Is that the problem? Is Kiana still like stuck on those words that she said? Kiana nodded. She then turned around to face the enemies. Don't let me hang like that. Please attack me. I'm even dodging in time. Doesn't the screen look kind of weird? Did it bug out? What is this? Oh. Whatever it is, it's not good. I think the perfect way to like use this Kiana is to do that, so I can keep them stuck, and then just do this like repeated 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and whenever the little like thing goes away, I just try to spawn it again. I just wish I knew its cooldown. All right, I should be doing charge attacks as well. Right on the little like trap thingy with Hylian. Almost done. There we go. Yeah, every time that I defeat the enemies, there's like something going on with like the screen. I mean, it's not a bug. It shouldn't be a bug. All the way across. Of course. Of course it'd be one last wave of enemies. Alright, almost stunned myself. There we go. Oh, there's two of them now. You guys are too tanky. Seriously though, these guys are really, really tanky. Which? Perfect. There we go. Mission end. Now, because I remember it, time to level May up. You should grab this first. It's only 10 though, it's not really that useful. Alright, this is the May that I want. I do remember using this May back on chapter either 11 or 12. But I didn't really like her. Whenever she has like her ult, it's like really, really nice because of all the like the clones that she like spawns that start like stun locking the enemy. But yeah, it's before that level 6. But before that, she really didn't feel that good. As an active skill that restores SP and a passive skill that boosts the ultimate for the wielder. That's high defense and has high active that summons high active skill that summons a blade barrier to protect allies. Support? I don't think I want her to be support. What is this? This is new. Total damage increases by 50% when combo count exceeds 50. Now the question is, what do I want to upgrade now? Maybe I should just max her. And give a level to Kiana as well. Maybe this will be good. Have her as level 70. Alright. Last 3 parts of the chapter. Making an escape is nothing compared to saving a city. Turn around. Rita. Maybe I should have loved her. Maybe I should have given her like a single level or something. Kiana.
さっきの実験室であの犬頭をかぶったやつが計画を漏らした。ワクチンを改造して人体の精魂を活性化させる他に、ヨルムンガンドは都市レベルの崩壊災害を起こして精魂の完全活性化をするって。
詳しい時間と場所はわからない。ここを全部探しても計画を止められないわ。
Yeah, Jackal didn't bite the bait.
場所は把握しましたよ。
Rita.
キアナさんは元気なようで安心しました。
彼女を捕まえるというなら、私がそれを許しません。
メイさん、落ち着いてください。この都市では同じ戦線にいると申し上げたではありません。
I can understand why she's worried. I also have like that feeling of just like the moment that our alliance is done, just she could like immediately attack Kiana and try to take her away.
先ほどキアナさんがおっしゃったヨルムンガンドが崩壊災害を引き起こす計画。その後半部分は大方察しがついています。崩壊エネルギーの使用が厳しく管理されているこの都市では、本来なら大型崩壊を引き起こせるほどの力はありません。しかし 検査を受け合法的に都市に入ったものなら話は別です。
The city has been closely monitoring Honkai energy usage. Anything that may cause large-scale Honkai reactions shouldn't be found, except for those that could pass the inspection and enter the city legally.
特に崩壊エネルギーを駆動システムに使う大型の乗り物、例えば私の戦艦エオス号は最高の餌になります。
つまりあいつらは
エオス号から崩壊エネルギーエンジンを外し利用しようとしているのでしょう。天球市の市民に最大限の影響を与えるため、そのエンジンは都市中心部の信号塔の上に設置されています。
And placed it on top of the signal tower in the center of the city for max effect.
保護ケースを外し、エンジンを一定時間オーバーロードさせれば、巨大な崩壊エネルギーを放つ次元爆弾となり、ボン。
These things have like a lot of power. If they're using it as a bomb, a Honkai bomb.
その後はいくら調査しても天命は言い逃れできないでしょう。
I mean, isn't that like really dangerous? I mean, they're putting it in like overload. They're like forcing the engine to do this. So maybe it's like under control. I don't know, but it's like they're turning it into a bomb that can take out the entire city. That's a big deal.
これ以上ここで時間を無駄にはできないね。
ええ。しかし相手もこのまま私たちをここから出すつもりはないようです。
Of course. A giant shadow slowly approaches, blocking both their path and view.
あいつさっき倒したのに。
The gigantic figure of the strange purple beast re-emerged in the air. It shook its translucent shell, raising its claws, ready to attack.
キアナさん、あなたが私に言ったことを覚えていますか？災害を止めることは逃げることよりも重要なことだと。私がお相手します。爆弾の解除は
Rita!
よろしくお願いします。
わかった。
あの時、助けに来てくれてありがとうございます。
Rita!
これで借りを返します。
That evens our score. See, Rita? You can be friends with Kiana. You don't have to follow every order. It doesn't look like this guy is gonna freeze. Some of its attacks are like really delayed. Yikes. So it's like screwing me over a little bit. Just how delayed some of its attacks are. I guess I can freeze it. Right, ult. I can stun lock it? I can probably try to stun lock it. Oh, I can definitely stun lock it. I can 100% stun lock it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, never mind. Got out of the stun lock. Taking a lot of damage. Oh, I forgot to activate my ult, the second part of my ult. I really should have given Rita like a little level up or something. Oh wait, there we go. As soon as it's out of the freeze, I can just do the charge attack again, and it immediately freezes it. And I can just stun lock it like that and have no problems in beating it, even though it's really tanky. Carcasses of slain beasts covered the ground. Rita panted. Her body had not fully recovered from the serum. Her communicator buzzed. A familiar voice spoke. Hmm? What does she mean? Breakthrough. This project stigma looms large. They need to get out fast. Right, gotta use my ult once. And now the question is, which one should I use? I have no idea. I don't know which one might be stronger. 40 defense, 9% HP. Nah, Kiana's is better. Kiana's doesn't buff Mei, but still, the attack speed is really nice. Is she stronger against this? Absolutely not. She should probably beat the max with Kiana. Still pretty fast, even though she's lower level. I just gotta remember to use my ult. That's like the most important thing. Go. Right, and I didn't one-shot them. But it did deal a lot of damage. On time. Got another mech enemy. I don't know if this is dealing enough damage. Might be too slow. Delete the shield though. Both of them are slow. Should be it. Nice. Perfect timing. Is there even like a chance to actually fail this mission? Maybe if I hadn't upgraded my Valkyries? Because it seems like I have more than enough time. And she looks like a proper boss. A really nice and proper boss. That will fight on the next stage. I should be fine without upgrades. A feather falls gently, and the future is not decided yet. It's not yet decided. Just changing the words. Falling feather, deal 8,000 damage. This one should be fast and easy as well. No need to actually do an ult. And it's also like it's also boss battle, so should have plenty of chances to finish all the challenges. Ah! I completely forgot to get rid of it. Thank you. The girl gently lowered her injured friend and stood up. I always, when I go to the toilet, I always have like the OBS showing on whatchamacallit, so that I can remember to actually get rid of it. But I forgot about it. Thanks for telling me though. Girl gently lowered her injured friend and stood up. The gray cape flapped in the wind. She was a raptor with both eyes on her prey. Pro playing while you do. I'm a gamer after all. Gotta be prepared to play at any point in time and anywhere.
虐殺？第二次崩壊を引き起こし 人類史上最大の人殺しが、お前のような化け物に私たちをとやかく言う資格がどこにある？
But that wasn't Kiana.
お前のせいで死んでいった人の声を聞いたことがあるか？崩壊エネルギーに感染して死んでいく者、主人の死に悲しむ女たち、親や兄弟の元から引き離され傭兵にされた子供たち、彼らの叫びも彼らの泣き声もお前に聞こえるわけがない。
The once expressionless face betrayed a hint of sorrow.
実験が成功すれば人類はもう二度とお前がもたらすすべての苦しみに耐える必要がなくなる。
もう一度言う。どいて。楽勝だよ。分かった。
All right, Raven, let's go.
前に。
Touch. I see. A bit of a change of scenery. When the enemy lands her kick with detonate the remaining warheads on the ground, try to lure her into them. Alright. That's in the wrong way. It's not the kick. Oh, there's a lot of circles. Use movement skills to evade slow and skill. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Did this work? I think it did. Yeah, it did. I'm not fast enough. Perfect. Here we go. Raven, you do not know that I received training to be able to use Kiana effectively. And it's over. Perfect. The fighters clashed in mid-air and landed without a sound. Victory had been decided. Blood stained Raven's cape. She staggered as she tried to cover her wounds. She could not accept this defeat. No, she won't. Kiana looked into her enemy's eyes. She was probably about as old as she was, but those eyes only witnessed scenes of death and terror. Kiana holstered her guns.
実験はもうすぐ始まる。今さら何をしても結末は変えられない。お前の足止めはできた。この戦いは私の勝ちだ。
Doesn't that mean that she's also gonna be in the range of the explosion? Raven gave a cruel smile. She waved her hands weakly and created a smoke screen. Raven disappeared without a trace into the shadows of the city.
ここまで来たっていうのに時間がないなんて。
She had spent every iota of her strength. Her body was on the verge of collapse.
きっとまだここを出る方法がある。ここに閉じ込められるわけにはいかない。
キアナ、空の律者の力を全開放しよ
う。委員長、今なんて。
あなたの体の中にある空の律者の力を目覚めさせるんだ。そうすればエンジンが爆発するまでにたどり着く。災害を阻止できる可能性はまだ残っている。
So she wasn't using her powers? Even though I'm using the one that is actually using her powers maybe on in-game because of like her model, just not actually using her powers at the moment.
委員長が何をしようとしてるかわかるよ。それが唯一の方法だってことも。でも委員長はもう力がだいぶ弱まってるから。
彼女の人格は私が全力で抑える。だからキアナは心置きなく律者コアを力を使うんだ。
Still strong enough to keep her persona in check. So even though she has control of the powers, there's still the risk of Sitting coming out?
あなたの言った通りだよ。いつか過去を思い返したとき、自分が逃げてばかりだったなんて、私も嫌だからね。崩壊のせいで犠牲になった人々は、すでに過去のもの。あなたの努力で、世界がより良くなっていくことを目にする機会はなくなるけど。でもあなたが、まだ生きている人々にそれを見せることができるなら。
Kiana turned around and looked into May's eyes. May's lips trembled. She seemed to know that Kiana had made her choice. The silence and the sadness in her eyes conveyed her feelings to Kiana. She knew that Kiana would not stop. Kiana looked up. She then closed her eyes.
あなたがするべきことをするんだ。
ありがとう、委員長。
Alright. I thought I was bugged.
一回勝利しただけだよ。これから先、道はまだまだ長いんだから。
Woo! And now it's time to witness the end of the chapter. And the end of the arc. She became an arrow darting across the new and illuminated nightscape of Arc City. And of course, it ends with an animation. It looks like they just went into overdrive for this. I mean, their animations were always like really good, even when on Bronia's like little animation and Celis animation. But this one looks so smooth. All her like movements and like parkour makes me even want to play like Mirror's Edge. Oh my. God damn, the camera work. God, Kiana's just such a damn boss. Go, Kiana! We need to save the city. She's doing all of this with just like a single bat. I'm glad that you remembered the Echo Charm. It's been a while since if we had seen it. God, Kiana's still strong. so different from the old Kiana. Kiana. The Honkai scars. Come on, Kiana. They're really not fair. They're really not fair. Everybody witnessing her doing this. Oh god. I swear, after on a little like thing on the EX chapter, like seeing Himeko was already like pretty sad, but me still having the idea that she was still alive made me cope a little bit like better with it. But now knowing what happened to Himeko and then seeing like this whole thing, and also the music, man, it's just not fair. They know how to use it way too well in order to just make you like feel things. So, like it feels much sadder than before. Also, holy crap, the animation, man. The CGs on like the chapter still looked like a little bit like rough, as in like they were like kind of like blurry, like they were still like getting upscaled from like their like phone version, but the animations still look insanely good. Everything about it. Safe to say you enjoyed the chapter. When have I not enjoyed a chapter? Let me ask you a more important question. When have I not enjoyed a chapter from the game? Like either it like ends like it does, like it has like a great ending, or it gives you like enough information, or like it gives you like enough to actually just like want to actually continue on to the next chapter. But by this point, like Himeko has become like an absolute weapon of mass destruction for me. I can't deal with seeing her anymore. Every time that I see her, I'm just gonna end up getting sad and crying. Like the other day on like the weekend, I actually like started listening to like the music from like Honkai, and literally I played the one from like chapter 9, and it's just like let's just say that it wasn't a very good idea. I ended up arriving to the place that I needed to go with red eyes. It was not a good idea at all. It was terrible. I just had to say, sorry. I just like accidentally like stabbed my eye on accident, and I cried a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna listen to that song only when I'm at home. I'm never gonna be able to listen to that song whenever I'm outside. I'm never. I love the song, but I just can't. I can't. The price is too great. And the embarrassment later on having my red eyes, it's just like it's not worth it. The serpent's dark plans shall end in one brilliant conflagration. Listen to it just earlier. Nice. The AOT tracks do stuff to me. The first videos of Iterashai immediately make me tear up even to today. Yeah, it's when people are able to make like that. All right. Oh wait, maybe I'll save it for this until I'm done with this, because it seems like there's like a still stuff happening. The girl was the only one who knew the secrets, and she gave chase to the fallen star. But she's falling from space. Is her body like, and she's like supposed to be like injured? Hmm? All right. At the very least, she's fine. Or at the very least, mostly fine. Duranda. Wait. It's gonna end like this, isn't it? This is what I mean. This is exactly what I was saying earlier. Like, it gives like a great ending, and sometimes it's just like, aha, but on the next chapter, and you're just like, but tell me about it right now. Damn it, it's 1 p.m. But tell me about it right now. I need to know about it. You can't just expect me to just like stop here happily. Ah. Alright, that was it. New? There's something new? Oh, this. Or this is probably this. There we go. I hate having the new thing. This is, I can't get rid of the new thing on this one, because if I click on them, I might start up like a cutscene or something like that. So I gotta be careful. But, barely played any story games. I love Fallout 4 now. Felt like a good, well, it's not a good game in terms of like what they're doing to like their games, Bethesda, but I do believe that it is a very, very fun game to just like go around and play. If you like played Fallout 4 on like PC, I think I've like replayed it like 3 or 4 times, because every single time it's just like new mods come out and you can mod it, and that it adds a lot to the game. As for I wanted to say, what do you have to say about this, Coralie? She finished work earlier, Coralie. Now, for the thing that I was gonna say, it's just I think for games, probably one of the most important, together with just like having a very good voice actor, which I mean, this game has a lot of really amazing voice actors. I pretty much love every single one of them, especially Otto's and Kevin's voice actors, and Wells. They all have very, very nice voices. I'm pretty jelly of their voices. I wish I could be. I wish my voice was like that. As a matter of fact, if I could choose, I think I'd take. I think I'd take Kevin's voice. I'm gonna open something so I can actually read the chat way more easily. There we go. I play console for every ending. I pick the railroad. For every ending I pick the railroad, because I really take the RPG part of the RPG session. I just can bring myself to support the other faction. Right? Isn't that like the most important thing when you're playing like a video game? I know that some people play video games just like as a random thing, just like a hobby and stuff like that, and they don't really care about like the story or anything that's happening within the game. But I think it's more important to actually take in the game by itself and not just take it as a simple video game. Because if you're just taking it as a simple video game, you're just like throwing away a lot of like the emotions that they're bringing into the game. I can only imagine that a lot of people might be playing this game sort of like just like a gacha game without caring much about the story. But when you're just bringing yourself to actually care about the characters and all the things that are going on, as well as just like to like whatchamacallit, and as well as just thinking about like the reasonings for the characters or all the side stories that they bring in, that they like end up like enriching so much of like the story. I think it's such a waste to just like not really care about it, just like not think about them, and just like think of it as just like a simple game with nothing else that it might end up giving you in sort of like emotions, feelings, and stuff like that. Instead of just post-nuclear, you that word, and the Brotherhood are just post-nuclear fascists. And while the Minutemen ending for Fallout 4 is okay, it leaves the terrible factions alive and doesn't resolve the railroad's issue. Yeah. Actually, I think on the first ending that I did the like little like institute ending, because I was curious about how the story was gonna end up going, like when if I tried to choose it, and I really don't like the Brotherhood. I played Fallout 3 as well, and I think the endings, you don't really get much choice on the endings. It's either kill everyone or attempt to save everyone, but to save everyone you need to actually go to and help like the Brotherhood, and I really don't like the Brotherhood still. They're not very nice people, and the Minutemen are like too weak. So, like, it doesn't feel like they'll end up like helping anyone in the end, because every time that you go in, it's hey, there's a settlement that needs your help. Just like, can't you guys do anything by yourself, by the way? No? Alright, brother. But yeah, for the thing that you mentioned about the music, I think it's like super like good for like a game that is like focusing on like story and stuff like that, to know their music really well, to be able to just like I think the music in games, like the songs that they can pull through either with vocals or without vocals, for them to actually just choose the correct timing for them, as well as the correct tones to elicit all of this like emotions in a person, is like really important, and it really like makes the experience of the game like way better, as well as like the voice acting. Like there's nothing that could be worse than having like a very sad scene and suddenly like the main character being like, I can't believe that this has happened, or something of the sort, or just like having another sort of like reaction to it that is very different from like what is supposed to be going on the screen. The issue is the Brotherhood supporters are actually like damn IRL, so any debate you have on the sentience thing is disregarded, since they're like inarguably sentient. They're made with human DNA, plus they literally express free will that isn't a programming flaw. I always speed check to save Paladin Dance, then obliterate the Brotherhood a few quests later, because fuck it. Yeah. It's kind of sad that it's gonna be a long while since for the next like Fallout game. I did to overheat the main Paladin's power armor on my last playthrough, and I had so many suits on display. It was neat. It's kind of like a shame that that right now Bethesda isn't doing really good on their game development department. Like Starfield was it was a thing. It was a game that you could play and have fun, but it doesn't feel like they've actually done anything different from like Fallout 4 in general. I mean, those kind of games are sort of just like, at this point they've turned into like just exploration kind of games, where most of the fun that you're gonna have is just like going around exploring things. You just entering into almost like a looter shooter, where you just like kill the raiders and you get like a new weapon or something like that. Ultimately, this is pretty great. People can say what they want, but it's still a fun as hell multiplayer game. Yeah, I bet. Although you can't lie, the launch was pretty terrible. They had to fix the hell out of that game in order to make it good, or at the very least good enough to be playable. I think it's very important to actually, when you're looking at games, to actually just like remember how it started, and to remember what they've been doing to like actually like fix it. For example, that No Man's Sky was an absolute wreck. of a release of a game. But throughout the time, it's become a really, really good game from what I've heard. Like it has like a bunch of like new stuff, and it's like let's say that the games were released in like a beta state. There's absolutely nobody should be able to like lie to you and tell you that the games got released on like a 1.0 state. Those games definitely got released in a beta state, and it's important for them to actually update the game well enough to put them on 1.0 state, and then keep working towards going past the 1.0 state. No matter how bad any game release was, it is in Battlefield 2042. That game is the game isn't alive anymore, right? It's like it's not getting like updates. It got abandoned, if I remember correctly. Like for example, that's super bad. Battle 76 kept updating it and put it on a state that you could say it's a 1.0 state. Like it's a K3 or if it was released on that state, then it would have been okay. And it keeps getting updates, as well as No Man's Sky. But Battlefield 2042 hasn't like really gotten like any updates. Like I remember like a bunch of like years ago they were talking about just completely abandoning it. Sorry, and going towards the next Battlefield game, which is already just like an absolute just like release and then dump the game somewhere else into like a ditch and forget about it and hope nobody else remembers about it when the next game gets released. I like the Fallen events a lot. Besides the lazy SF, we just emote while you get beat to death. Kind of like Fortnite. Just get absolutely danced on. Become the center of the party. The moment that you get defeated. Payday 3 release was so bad and it's still dead. I played the beta. I actually was because I had some friends that talked about like Payday 2, and I even ended up playing like Payday 2. And Payday 2 is like good. It's like fun. It's like a fun game where you can just do a bunch of like stuff. I'm not a fan of the its gameplay loop though. I don't like the whole idea of just like I like that you can be stealthy. But there's a lot of like maps where it's just like you cannot do like stealth, and it just turns into a full-on shooter. And I don't think its shooting mechanics are really that much fun. You just get thrown a lot of like bullet sponges. So yeah. But if you could just like sell a little bit more, if there were like more mechanics for there to be like in the game that you could actually like do, I think that'd be nice and fun for Payday. But it's sort of like it didn't quite hit me. It wasn't my type of game. It's a good game, but it wasn't my type of game. I was hyped for it, but no, they ruined it, and they made skill points only obtainable by doing challenges instead of leveling, which is just the worst possible way of obtaining skill. I actually haven't heard like anything else about Payday 3, other than back on like the release. I just only remember trying to play it. It ran terrible, and the game felt absolutely terrible. Like the menus and everything of the sort just like felt really, really bad, and the game really didn't feel like fun either. Didn't feel like it was it had enough like new things to happen. Look, it's Curly. A second ago there was like Senadina was here, but now it's Coralie. I love her chibi. They should have gotten crossplay and a PlayStation 5 upgrade gameplay updates. We didn't need Payday 3. Payday 3 is in Valve, right? It's released on their like system or like their store, but it isn't Valve. Valve didn't develop it, right? If I remember correctly. It's a full-on other company that's developing it. Because it'd be like probably like the worst thing for Valve to like release a game like Payday 3, because it like point to like how bad other games from them can be, how bad further releases from them can end up being. Imagine if it was Valve and suddenly just like they try to release Half-Life 3 and it's in like a state similar to like Payday 3 or like a Battlefield, one of the new Battlefield games, or like a No Man's Sky kind of game, or like a Cyberpunk kind of game. Oh. The gaming community would not be happy about it. I'm telling you, the challenges to unlock skills ruined it so badly. I never got to experience it, so I guess I'm safe. I'm done. Gotta remember to actually upgrade my dorm. I love the dorm. Look at all these chibis. They're also flipping adorable. Look at Helia. Oh, wait. I know. I'm missing someone here. Dorm. Residency assignment. Drop the extra Bronia. Put Senadina in. There we go. Perfect. I also love that they have this. Like little like dialogues. And you can grab them and play around with them. I love adorable things like that. You need hundreds and thousands of kills, headshots, and attachment kills for skill points instead of like leveling up like every other game on Earth. Yeah, I think Payday 2 did have like a level up system, right? I do remember that. Alright, I should start like a little bit of like Post Honkai Odyssey. Okay. I did try out a little bit of this, and I did like the daily tasks as I got tutorialed by my friend. So I should be way more proficient in this game than before.
司教様のことなら大丈夫。少し興奮しただけみたいだから。今の彼女には休息が必要よ。最近の司教様はいろいろと疲れていて、ずっと緊張した状態にあったから。そこであの人の声を聞いて。
What the apocalypse?
歴史の授業で聞いたことがあると思うけど、彼は文明の前の司教で、テレサ司教の祖父でもあるわ。
Yeah, with FCN XP, then Payday 3 slam dunks on that. Simple and efficient content by making you get like I think 800 kills with each weapon to get skill points. Like, God, my man. Ugh. I mean, it's like one of those like systems that they're getting like really popular where they just want you to do like a bunch of like stuff in order to be able to level up, just so you end up playing the game way more.
彼が在位していたおよそ500年間、彼はいいことも悪いこともたくさんしてきた。その功罪を問うのは私たちの仕事ではないけれど、私たちにとって彼は一番危険で一番恐ろしい敵だったわ。
There's nothing that will stop me loving this man.
でもあの人がまだ生きていてここにいるなんてありえない。この目で見たもの間違いないわ。彼はもう亡くなったのよ。でもあの人がまだ生きていてここにいるなんてありえない。この目で見たもの間違いないわ。彼はもう亡くなったのよ。
I had a little bit of like I thought it might be like some sort of like mistranslation because they're talking about him being alive and then suddenly just like we saw him live with our own eyes. So something did happen to him, or they thought that whatever he did should have like killed them, or maybe that he should have gone to like some place super like dangerous, or he should have done like something dangerous, and to the point where he hasn't appeared for a long time, and they think that he's actually dead, but he isn't. For maxing one of the 21 skill deck things, you need to have 20 to 40 hours played unless you have zero fun and only focus challenges. I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people with like 2,000 like hours played, but I don't think they should use that metric to for the level ups. Perhaps she only sounded like Otto.
似ているのは声だけじゃない。話し方もそっくりだった。この世界を舞台だと思っているような役者のような誇張した話し方。
If I go to hell when I pass away, the guy who created Caviar is going to get a visit because I'm tired of hearing people praise Caviar. Isn't that a bitch X? Or something like that? Haven't eaten it either.
もちろん わざと真似している可能
My
性もな
belly's
くは
like
ないけど、
rumbling a lot.
よりによって今このセントフォンテーヌで偶然にしては不自然よ。それに誰と話していたの？ごめんなさい。少し興奮してしまったわね。こんなに時間が経っていてもオットーの存在を感じるとやはり驚かずにはいられないわ。もう少しあの音声を聞いてみましょう。もしかしたら聞き逃した手がかりがあるかもしれない。
I wonder how long Otto ended up disappearing for them to be like this surprised. Like how long has it been since like the main story ended for this like happen? Right? Validated with collected or stored here. Check them anytime you need to. Okay, it's like a collection of things.
ねえ、いいお知らせと悪いお知らせ、どっちから聞きたい？
The bad news.
まあ、大したことじゃないのだけれど、本部が私たちの送ったデータを分析して2つの報告を送ってくれたの。
They've ever eaten like sort of like fish eggs on like sushi. They don't really taste like much. I don't see the special thing about it, but yeah, it looks like it's one of those things where it's just like it's really good because it's expensive, and it's like its value is just like the price of it.
赤い結晶には微量の
And that's about
エ
it.
ネルギーが含まれていて、それは結晶外核の内側に集中しているみたい。この現象は自然発生のものではないというのが博士の考えね。つまり自然にできたものではなく、これは人為的に作られたものよ。あの怪物たちのことも博士がその動きを研究したけれど、結論は私たちの予想と同じだった。自然の生き物と比べてセントフォンテーヌの怪物たちは構築物に近い。
They did mention that they sort of like are made to look like humans rather than them being like humans. And the good
これ
news?
で全部よ。このお知らせ自体、半分いい、半分悪いのよ。
Keep listening.
この報告の結論から疑問は一部解けたけど、黒幕がセントフォンテーヌを支配していること以外何も証明できなかったし、実際の問題も解決できていないわ。
Check it to see if Genjin got an update right now. Do they not have maintenance? Like in Honkai? Whenever Honkai gets like its update, it starts like a certain point in time and then it's like the maintenance time and you cannot play throughout the maintenance.
情報がまだまだ足りないってことよ。そしてそんな状況下で私たちは任務を遂行するの。
At least we're making progress.
それもそうね。とにかく今は任務に集中しましょう。装備を持って出発するわよ。ベルトさんの位置も分かったし、これ以上時間を浪費しないようにしないと。
Alright, start now. I'm really glad that I ended up talking a bunch with my friend about this like game mode, so that I can get rid of like a lot of like the little whatchamacallit, things that still confuse me. Like thinking about it being like an event and it's just like the reactions.
目標位置の計測は完了し。
Right.
了解。
Just follow the pointer. Like it probably would have been really weird if I just continued playing this, thinking it was just thinking of it as an event.
この道は前にも歩いたような。
Oh.
この結晶は硬そうに見えるけれど、内部の。
わかった。
Alright, so just hit it. Simple
この
enough.
怪物たちには不自然なところがたくさんあるわ。互いに交流せず、戦闘のコンビネーションがない。知能もなく、ただ命令通りに動いてこんな苦物に私たちが負けるはずがないわ。
Yeah, this is a it's a Honkai nerd, bro. Well, it's the game that I'm playing. After I play Genshin, I'm gonna be a Genshin nerd. Don't worry about it. I mean, of course, I'm gonna try my best to not like go on and compare the games at every second that that something happens, especially if like an XP appears. Give me the treasure shot. Oh, I already know this enemy. It does this. It actually showed up in one of like the tutorials. Oh, and it just got one shot. All right, my bad for using my ult and wasting my ult in that. Break the faded crystal. It's okay, I think it's cute to see people so interested in hobbies. It's fun to observe human nature in its normal forms, you know? And there you go. There you go, like saying all these things that make you seem like you're gonna turn into a future villain. But human nature is just so interesting, man. Seeing the delicacy of all the reactions just makes me want to experiment them more. Sort of thing. Search the fountain. Hey, the marker was pointing me towards the fountain. I don't know, maybe there's something under the fountain? You know, there's a lot of games that have that. Oh, treasure shots. It's fine, I destroyed it. Alright. Even though May is supposed to open the rubbish bin and smell no overpowering and stench, but didn't find well. It's kind of funny to see like May that even though she has grown up, she still has like that little like childish side, talking about the trash. Looked down and saw some garbage floating in the pond. Obviously, it's not there. You notice some red crystals, you pick them up. Monsters are coming. Action is coming. There we go. I'm really liking this system, by the way, for this game. I like this game mode. Everything feels way more responsive. What was it? Over there? Look for what? Completed. With a blanket and a lot of food. The only human that we have found in this area. And he's already and the kid is already at home. Miss Raiden talked gently to the boy. She stood up when she saw you approach and smiled warmly. May walked towards you. You're great with children, Miss Raiden. It feels like I'm more of the Bronya type of character without all the like childishness that goes when being around Kiana. Carol would probably start crying if she heard this.
だから頭が痛いのよ。そういえばキャロルもそろそろ着く頃ね。無人機に乗ってセントフォンテーヌの上空から着陸することになっているわ。テスラ博士のアイデアでね、セントフォンテーヌのバリアの垂直応力範囲を確かめたいんですって。キャロルがどんなテスト装備を持ってくるかわからないけど、多分着陸はそううまくいかないと思うから、信号を受け取ったら迎えに行きましょう。それまではあの子とお話をしないとね。
Okay, but I'm terrible with kids. Who is he?
あの子はベルトさんの養子、ジョフリー・ジョイス・ヨーよ。
Geoffrey Joyce. That's pretty cute, by the way. The fact that Welt's adopted son carries the Joyce name. We'll call him Joey.
歴史の授業で第一次崩壊のことを勉強したわよね。あの事件で第一律者、断りの律者は誕生した。断りの律者は覚醒したけれど、崩壊エネルギーには支配されなかった。彼は当時の天命北米支部と共に天命を裏切り、ニューヨークを守るため犠牲になったわ。
I just noticed, this is also really curious. She just mentioned where is it? High school history should have taught. Does that mean that the entire thing about the Honkai became like went into like the history books? Or this could be the high school of Saint Freya, where only in that place is it like a normal Honkai is like a normal thing that you may know like in your like daily life, and that's why they teach you about that. Because it's really like a really big deal that the high school history books of the entire world would have like information about Honkai.
そして死の直前、彼は律者コアと名前をヨアヒムに預けたの。名前はベルト。一人目の断りの律者、ベルト・ジョイス。今ならあの子の正体がわかるんじゃないかしら。
A descendant of Mr. Joyce, perhaps? No. A son of Mr. Joyce? No. He is Mr. Joyce himself. Is he not just an adopted kid? He cannot be a descendant because Welt Joyce was just like born from like the Honkai eruption, and he didn't have any like children or anything of that sort. He cannot have a son. He was never in a sort of like relationship. It seems like there was something might have happened between maybe Joyce and Einstein, but due to like the circumstances, well, nothing could have happened. So the only option that is left, I'm not a villain for finding human nature interesting. I mean, I knew it was wrong, but to be very close is like it's still like impressive.
Joyce さんは亡くなったけれど、ネゲントロピーのカカリアが彼のクローンを作っていた。それらクローンには当然ジョイスさんの記憶はなかったけれど、ある力を持っていた。
Those little shits.
生前のジョイスさんは第9の神の鍵、エデンの星を使っていた。だからクローンたちにも重力を操る力があったの。
By the way, that's definitely what a villain would say. Just say.
そのクローンは様々なトラブルを巻き起こしたわ。成人したクローンの大半は人格に問題があって、 そのほとんどが強靭化したか死亡している。
He only fought one though. Will the boy end up like the others?
今はまだわからない。そうならないといいんだけれど。彼が天命に発見された時はまだ生後数ヶ月で、その後メルトさんが彼を引き取って実の息子として育てていくことになったの。このことは機密だから数人しか知らないわ。
Ah, but why should I just go and have a discussion with arguments with you? I am the streamer, so I'm always right. You know how this works. Checkmate.
私もそのうちの一人だけど、長いことベルトさんと連絡を取っていなかったから忘れかけていたわ。さあ、ジョイス君と話しましょう。彼がセント・フォンテーヌで目にしたものはきっと全て貴重な手がかりになる
わ。Now you sound like a villain, but I am a villain. The boy saw you approaching. He wanted to greet you, but was too shy to say anything.
挨拶してあげて。大丈夫だか
ら。And this is definitely not the correct answer. Hi.
こんにちは。僕のお父さんのことを知っているんですか？
Your dad is my hero. This is probably like the easiest one.
え、お父さんが？冗談ですよね。
But he is a hero. Joey blushed and smiled.
この子、本当に礼儀正しいわね。まだ小さいのにきちんと敬語を使える子を久しぶりに見たわ。キャロルにも少し見習ってもらわなきゃ。
You miss him, right?
お父さん、今どうしているんだろう。
The kind that holds up a supermarket line? I did say that I was a villain, but you didn't have to put me that low. I hate people that do that.
きっと大丈夫ですよね。
ええ、お父さんはすごい人で、いくつもの困難を乗り越えてきたんだから、きっと今回も大丈夫よ。ジョイス君、あなたの力が必要なの。何があったのか教えてくれるかな？情報が多ければ、きっとお父さんの居場所もすぐわかるはずだから。はい。
He's so small.
数日前、お父さんとリニアモーターカーに乗ってここに来ました。降りた時は普通だったんです。白いスーツの人が駅で僕たちを待ってて、ホテルまで案内すると言ってきました。途中、お父さんが運転手の人に止まれって言って、詳しいことはよく覚えてないけど、光が見えて、僕とお父さんは橋の上にいて、車がたくさんあって、人もたくさんいたけど、それが一気に消えたんです。空には怪物がいて、それは遠いところにもいました。お父さんたちが怪物たちを倒したら、すごく大きな怪獣が現れて。
There was a sudden flash of light and we appeared on a bridge. The cars and people were gone. That defeated some flying monsters and then this huge monster appeared. So it might be possible that the people are still fine and this is some sort of like new space or like area where everybody has been like teleported to. Because it's just weird for the cars and the people to be gone and them and everybody just, well, them just getting teleported onto a bridge from their car.
お父さんが僕を路地に連れて行って、怪物の注意をそらしてくるからここに隠れなさいって。ずっとそこでお父さんを待っていたんですけど、お父さんは帰ってこなくて、逆にあの怪獣が現れて。
Kids in the games are so silly, I just want to use them as a bouncy ball. I like kids in like games. Or like a lot of like games that have sort of like really cute kids that are actually really nice. And compared to like real life kids, just like I'd prefer to just like deal with the with anime kids. because they can actually be nice and not absolute brats that are very, very rude and a pain to deal with.
驚いて逃げたら道に迷ってしまったんです。ここ数日はあの時お父さんに言われた場所を探していました。逃げるべきじゃなかった。お父さんの言うことを聞いて、そこでお父さんを待つべきだったんです。
It's alright, at least you're safe.
自分を責めないでジョイス君。その場にいたら危険だったわ。だから逃げることは正しい選択よ。
You did something else to your friend now? What did you do this time?
ベルトさんだってあなたの無事を祈っているはずだわ。
I don't know, you tell me!
危険から無事逃げ延びた。それでいいのよ。
自分を責めているわけじゃないんです。ただ、もしお父さんがあの場所に戻っていたら、きっといなくなった僕のことを心配するから。
I mean, of course.
メイおばさん、お兄さん、僕が言ったことは役に立ちそうですか？メイおばさん、メイおばさん、メイおばさん、メイおばさん。
I guess she's old enough to be called Oba-san.
安心して、ジョイス君。きっとお父さんを連れ戻すって保証するわ。
Is there even a human person that actually that understood what Joy said, that could just keep themselves from choosing this option? I mean, there's no way that you choose this option. It'd probably make her happier. It'll probably give me rating, but there's no way I can just pass this absolute great opportunity to call her Oba-san.
よく考えてから発言しなさいね。
はい。今回はどこにも行かずに、おとなしくここで待ちます。
じっと待つだけじゃ退屈よね。なんなら何か持ってこようかしら。ゲームは好き？それともアニメとか本とか？
本がいいです。本が好きなんです。
What a nice kid.
わかったわ。本を見つけたらあなたに渡すわ。
ありがとうございます。
ジョイス君の話はどうだった？
I mean, you were there.
何か手がかりになりそうなものは？
Someone in a white suit, which is probably a nobody. The bridge that they got teleported to, and then the huge monster. I think these are the two most important parts. Getting attacked by a huge monster, and then getting teleported to a random bridge.
ええ。ベルトさんとは橋の近くで離れ離れになったとあの子は言っていた。
I guess that was important as well.
もしベルトさんが無事なら、そこでジョイス君を待っている可能性がある。地図を調べて場所をピックアップしましょう。まずはキャロルを迎えてから、その橋でベルトさんを探しましょう。
Right. Let's see if I can upgrade my character. All unlocked skills can be practiced here. The tutorial stations are always available. The rewards can only be claimed once. So I already did a couple. Shield mechanism should be like easy enough to actually like figure out. Characters. Can I upgrade anything? Doesn't look like it. Relevant tasks required. Talking to her?
おかしいわ。そろそろキャロルが到着する時間のはずなのに。まさか、あの子も何かトラブルに巻き込まれたんじゃないでしょうね。
She should be alright on her own.
それは分かってるわ。キャロルの単独での作戦能力は一流だからね。
I mean, she did escape her house, and the only problem that she had was that she didn't have any money. But that means that she's a good kid because she didn't go into like stealing stuff to be able to just like continue escaping from her house.
でも家出のこともあったから少し心配で。
Beep, beep, comm device began to ring.
来たわ。キャロル、聞こえる？キャロル？応答がないわね。
Did you go pick her up?
そうよね。信号を追ってあの子を迎えに行きましょう。
Must still be jamming. Like the same thing that jammed us when we were talking to Teresa. Start now. I forgot to check if I can actually play as her. But it does tell you when you can actually play as a new character, and it hasn't showed that. Like little like screen. It should be fine.
あいた。隊長、博士の実験また失敗したんやけど、空から落ちてもうた。
I got it.
あれ、通信機は？
And she has an accent.
あれ、うちの荷物は？あ、純枕4号はある？ラッキー。とりあえず他の装備も探さへん。
A big girl with a, or more like a small girl with really big fists. And she's also a Garu. I think I like this. It's a pretty nice combination. What does that appear on her hair though? Oh, that's her hair like bugging out. The fixes of her hair. Pearl's gauntlets can severely damage heavy shields. Ah! I keep skipping the tutorial. Hey! I see she's the grappler, huh? When the character is on the ground, hold attack to charge and then release the button to unleash Rising Dragon. When the character is in midair, hold attack to charge and unleash a powerful smash. Alright, simple enough. So if I were to compare her to another game, she'd definitely be Street Fighter 6, Marisa. 100%. Also, kind of funny that the that she still has shadows of the gun that has that aren't currently on the screen. Pressure shots.
サポート型フィールド生成器。なんやこれ。こんなん、ああ、思い出した。テスラ博士
I should wait.
が持っていけって言っとったやつや。もう、ムカつくムカつくムカつく。
Alright, 2 charges.
出発出発。
1, 2. 1 charge. Alright, simple enough.
どこ行くん先輩。材料拾ったで。あ、イエローチュンちゃん見っけ。ケーキも崩れてへんな。プリンも無事。よかった。
Alright, I have to say that in terms of like characters and stuff like that, one of my favorite things ever is characters having some sort of like accent. Because I live like in the Americas, like the I've only listened to like normal like English accent and stuff like that, and in most of the games they don't really have like characters with like, or they have 1 or 2 characters that have like accents, like Japanese accents, like Kansai Ben and stuff like that. I actually don't know any other accents that Japanese have. But I always hear, whenever they talk about accents, the one of the accents that usually just like, the words just stuck to me was like Kansai Ben. The accent from like Kansai. But in general, I just really like accents. The English from like England that accent, I think I really like it. I think that's my favorite like English accent that there is. Although I think it should be called more like the original English, you know, because the language was formed from over there. Here we go. Now let's check out her ult. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. Even on the time that I played, what was it? Like a Dragon? Yakuza Like a Dragon, the RPG one, there's like one character that also has the Kansai Ben, and I think that was my favorite out of all the girls that you could like find in the game. Like quote unquote romance. Eh? She's worried about me? Eh?
指示を出すからそのまま移動して合流地点で待ってるから了解やお気に隊長いつもお疲れ様です今さら機嫌をとっても無駄よ今夜は反省会をするから覚悟しておきなさい
It feels really strange for this game to have some sort of like hint, a small hint of like a normal couple. Oh. It was quite a sudden explosion. Oh, it's already here.
隊長キャロルただいま到着しました
怪我はないわね
あらへんよ絶好調や
She's tough.
キャロルと合流したわそっちはどう
I mean, I guess that's expected of like the girl that does like all these grappling moves and has like this like large like fist as like weapons.
あの怪物を監視していますが、
oh.
前回の広場から動く気配はないです。
わかった。今からそっちに行くわ。キャロル、来てすぐ戦闘になるけど大丈夫よね。
It's quite strange for sort of like self-insert characters who have like a voice. Usually they're like non-voiced. Because, you know, they're self-insert. Their voice is supposed to be your voice.
前回戦った時は逃がしてしまったけど、今回は逃がさないわ。行きましょう。
Right.
ここでサボってるって隊長に言わんといて。
And never mind. I guess I'll fight it on the next one. I wonder how long this like open world is. It's already probably like way longer than Sakura Samsara. You followed Miss Raiden's orders and monitored death that escaped from the previous fight. Miss Raiden will join you once she meets up with Carol. Alright. There it is. A strong melee battlesuit with Gauntless has low attack speed and is good at dealing massive damage and interrupting the target's attacks. Now let's see if I can upgrade something from her. Powerful melee fighter who wields Gauntless with slow attack speed, but high damage and interruption, effective against heavily shielded enemies or ground enemies. Deals primarily physical damage and boosts and attacks. Deals primarily physical damage and attacks to stack KE, which triggers the damage boosting liberated status when fully charged. TE and ultimate relief counters her throws that deal massive damage. She's literally Marisa. Basic attack is the stun enhancements. Joint attack can crush shields easily. Stun enhancements can be very handy against enemies that are able to be stunned. At high skill rating, the whole team can benefit from better shield breaking capacity. Ultimate Evasion triggers Elated Mode and boosts KE region, while Ultimate Leap counter can impair enemies. And the Ultimate Branch. Rebel Blast deals tons of damage in a large area and impairs enemies. Mistress of War can easily decimate single target enemies and builds up combo hits rapidly. And she already has a bunch of things unlocked. She's even higher level than my other characters.
ねえ、ジョイス君、不安に感じてるんじゃないかと思うの。それに、さっきからずっと窓の外を見てるでしょ？どこかに落とし物でもしてきたんじゃないかしら。彼に直接聞いてみましょう。ベルトさんを見つける前に、心配事は片付けておきたいから。
Isn't he just worried about wealth?
あ、お兄さん。
Anything bothering you?
え？してませんよ。はあ。僕、本をお城に忘れてきたみたいなんです。些細なことだから言わなかったんですけど。心配をかけてしまったみたいで、ごめんなさい。
I'll go get it back for you.
ありがとうございます。車の中にあるかもしれませんし、泊まったマンションにあるかもしれません。
Lost anything else? I'll get them all for you.
ないと思います。本は僕のカバンに入ってます。カバンは青で、僕の名前が書いてあるからわかりやすいと思います。
Very important for kids to have like their names on all their things. Side mission. Axe of Joffrey. So let's check what Carol has to say. She also has a very unique greeting. Keeping my sights on the creature.
わかった。今からそっちに行くわ。お疲れ様。あの怪物、前回と比べて少し変わったようね。
We'll finish it off this time for sure.
さらなる脅威が生まれるかもしれない。それに、このタイプの怪物のデータはまだ入手していないわ。博士の研究欲を満たすと思って、もう少し頑張りましょう。
Alright, and this is the story mission. Suggested skill level 18. 7 levels off, 6 levels off, 4 levels off. Can I upgrade her? What am I missing? This. It'll be fine. Well, the thing is that when I was doing like the open world exploration, I ran into like 3 enemies that were supposed to be like level 5 and they absolutely destroyed me, so I'm kind of worried about that. But there's a treasure chest here, so that's nice. Should probably do a flash instead of like a dodge. So her QTE is the throw, like a specific throw. Ah. Am I going to the other? I didn't get the jump. Alright. Ah, I was too late. So it seems like if the QTE animation is too long, I won't be able to do the other QTE. So I should probably throw... the shortest QTE and then go into the long one. But Carol seems to have the only long QTE because it's like a whole animation of like throwing. You can assume your boss battle from here. It failed. Ow. Here we go. Ow! Ooh. Okay, so this, and I missed it. Right, I should be faster. It just disappeared. What a waste! 0 damage. This one was just standing on the platform. Is this easy enough? Ooh. Where's the stun? Alright, this is the part that I don't know anything about. Because it escaped. Ouch. Enemy has summoned Gale to prevent being chased. Oh yeah, that doesn't even trigger the dodge attack. Maybe we can do this. There we go. You can finally see that attack. Should be pretty easy. It's almost over. And finish it off with the QT. Perfect. That was pretty easy. Now that I got the hang of the game, or like the system. As for what I should upgrade, extend the duration of flame throws to 8 seconds. From maximum for 5 seconds. So it gives me 3 extra seconds. Probably. And this is probably not that good. So yeah, I think this is gonna be better. Oh? Carol's comm device received an incoming call. You ain't getting away from this, Carol. It's time for your mother to teach you a lesson. The worst thing ever, whenever you're like in problems at like school and they call your mother or they call all your parents and you're just immediately just getting told like a bunch of like things in front of like the teachers. It's that voice.
Miss Raiden, ごきげんよう.
I know her. She was in the second eruption manga. She used the shield. Just like she used like a shield as like a weapon.
先輩、ご無沙汰しております。相変わらずお若いです。
そんな十何歳も年を取ったわよ。先輩もやめて。引退してもう長いんだから。
she retired?
前回天命に戻った時は礼を言いそびれたわね。ミスライデンがこの子の面倒を見てくれたおかげで前よりだいぶまともになったのよ。
I'm willing to bet just because how much of a gato she is, that she's just like a big like problem child for her. I mean, she has like this like what are these called? The things in the, like the highlights. She has like extra highlights. She has like all like this like extra things on like her clothes and stuff like that. Like she probably isn't even using like the quote unquote uniform correctly. Like she's just like a typical gato character. Right? It's always embarrassing when the teachers call your parents.
人が感情を伝えるときは正々堂々と言葉にすること。ありのままに話すことは貴重な品格よ。今回こういうことがあったのもあんたが何も言わずに勝手に出て行ったからじゃない。
先輩、そんなに大事ではありませんから。キャロルが無事ならそれでいいんです。
ほら、隊長もこう言うとるし。
大事になるわけがないわよ。この子家出した数日、ただ遊びたいだけ遊んで、それ以外は粗相という粗相を一つもしてないんだから。
how much does she actually waste?
お小遣いがなくなってからやっと怖くなって。でも自分で帰る勇気がないからって。連絡するなんて。
And this is probably like the worst option as well, because then it's like an embarrassing thing for her. Just like, oh my god, my child, and now all the police members know about this.
この子、どうしていつも人様に迷惑をかけるのかしらね。じゃない。敵前逃亡がどれほどひどい違反行為か分かってる？私が現役の頃だったら今頃は軍法会議にかけられてるわよ。
But this is a pretty good mother-daughter dynamic.
あんたね、責任を問わないと言ってくれたミス・ライデンにちゃんと感謝しなさい。
Me too, me too. Also give me an apology, even though I don't need it.
でも、それはあんたが間違ってないわけではない。あんたは無断で仕事を投げ出した。仲間に迷惑をかけた。そのせいで仲間が危険な目に遭う可能性だってあったのよ。
This is kind of true.
非常に責任感のない行為だった。
Sort of like abandoning your duty. Like, what if they actually like ended up needing her? I mean, she's already plenty strong by herself. So it's like, there's like that. But if it was just like probably me and her, then probably like end up being some sort of like problem, because we're supposed to be like the rookies, the newbies.
過ちを認識して責任を認識してほしいの。そしていつか天命に送ったことを感謝する日が来るといいわ。いつ来るかわからないけどね。
This is probably like a little bit too much. She sort of just said that she's like, she never changes.
ちゃんとママに感謝しとるよ。
嘘をおっしゃい。あんたは私の娘。あんたの考えがわからないとでも？ミス・ライデン、この子は任せるわ。
She completely changes her demeanor whenever she's talking with her.
まだ若いし、いろいろ分かってないけど、少年は悪くないって自信を持って言えるわ。これ以上は邪魔しないわ。天命元バルキリー・ルイス、失礼します。
先輩は変われないわね。
ママはずっとあんな感じやで。
Oh, with this now I'm like super curious as to who the father is. Is the father an actual like important figure somewhere? Or is it just like a normal person and she just fell in love with her? Or something of the sort?
隊長、 さっきのあれが反省会ってことでええよね。ね。
I do usually end up stopping at like the 3 to 4 hour mark. Like, what time is it? It's already 2. I should be stopping sometime soon.
ちゃんと反省しとるからもう逃げへんから。
With that tone? I don't think so. That doesn't count at all.
先輩の意地悪。うちの味方になってくれる思うたのに。はいはい。後で始末書を出しておいてね。やったー。隊長、ありがとう。
I'm too loyal if an amazing viewer to go to someone else's stream until you go. Aw, look at you being so nice.
まったく大人になったって言ったばかりなのに。
Maybe I'll betray you like I betrayed Carol.
あの子を見てくるから、キャロルのことはお願いね。びっくりした。今までで一番恥ずかしかった。
It always is like the most embarrassing thing when you get told off by your parents in front of like the teachers and, well, your friend or classmates.
みんなの前で電話せんでもええのに、娘を公開処刑せんでもええのに。
Oh, by the way, if there is something else that you want to watch, it's totally okay to just go and watch them. I don't mind. I enjoyed the public roasting. Let's have more of that.
ちゃんと反省しとるし、二度とせえへんもん。
We'll see about that.
うちの集体を見たいなんて、先輩、変な妄想せんといてよ。そういえば先輩、ここ、うちが想像してたのと全然ちゃう。
I wonder why. Is it perhaps maybe the destroyed buildings, no people on the street, almost like no vehicles on the street going over, the random red crystals sprouting from the ground, the random red tint that is in the air. Maybe it's the absolute gigantic castle that's on the sky. Let's ask her how, anyway.
他のところよりもっと日差しが眩しくて紫外線が強くて。
Africa.
はあ、これ以上日差しを浴びたらあかんな。もともと色黒やし。
How did that even turn into like a link? I think I remember making like links so that you couldn't like post links on like chat. I would have thought that you would have gotten like sort of like timed out or something of the sort, or it wouldn't have let you like finish the message.
遺伝とかさ、考えただけで心配になってきよった。
You look beautiful because you look beautiful anyway, girl.
先輩、慰めてくれてありがとう。
I actually don't know if it did like a link on YouTube. Oh, it didn't. It's just like the little app that I'm using to to reach chat with like one monitor. It actually linked on that one, but it didn't link on YouTube itself.
色の白いは七難隠すって言うやろ。もともと白ないし、ここに半月から1ヶ月もおるなんて。考えただけで頭が痛なるし、せやからつい。先輩も理解できるやろ。うちみたいなお年頃の女の子はみんな綺麗になりたいんや。
But you already look pretty cute yourself. Look at this moment.
でも実際
Give me that option. Let me get those ratings up by giving her a compliment.
全然ちゃうかった。景色は綺麗やし、環境も申し分なし、それにヨーロッパスタイルや。分かってたら逃げへんかったもん。ママに公開処刑されるし。
Let's just let it slide.
過ぎたことやから考えるの。大人になってほしいっていうのは分かっとるけど、うちまだ学生やし、16歳やもん。大人やない方が普通やろ。大人やないときに大人ではやらへんことをする。それこそ人生。
This is probably like this part right here is the only one that actually got translated correctly. Everything else is just like extra. This entire thing. Can't really disagree about that. But what you did was just not. But what you did was not just irresponsible.
今はね、何をすべきかちゃんと分かっとるんや。そないアホな女の子やないもん。
They really like this word, don't they? They're just saying like idiot, like they say idiotka. They ended up really liking this word. She did say that she's like not stupid.
セントフォンテーヌの状況とか、新たな敵とか、来る途中にデータはちゃんと見とったから。
Nice. At the very least, she's reading the briefing.
まだ卒業してへんけど、世界の命運を背負う天命の戦士の一員やってちゃんと分かっとるんや。
Go off, Queen. Yes! This is probably the better option.
人はみんな
You grew up.
成長するもんやから。よし、問題解決。
Wait, did you finish her review? I guess I pressed you too early.
もう細かいことは気にせえへんの。うちは戻ってきた。面倒事があったらうちに任せとき。
Alright, level 10. Ruins unlocked. Come check it out. Ends in 5 days. Go through increasingly challenging trials to get rewards. Weather conditions affect the combat. Be sure to deploy your characters wisely. It's not like there's any other characters. There's only 3 characters, and I can use 3 characters, right? I can add 2 more. In certain conditions to be super advantaged in battle. Progress will be saved after clearing certain floors, and you can resume your challenge from the save point during the cycle. In points for each floor cleared. So this is sort of like the little like myriad abyss mission. And by the way, after I got like Sanadina and I went back into doing like that end game content, well, quote unquote end game, because I'm not on the end game, it was like so easy to actually finish it. She's so much stronger than everything else that I was using. That you can tell that that the new characters are like way stronger than the old characters. Probably just add them for the heck of it. Here we go. And I guess this is where the problem is. Requires level 12. And I need to complete adventure tasks to raise the level. And I'm level 10, so I'm pretty far from getting level 12. What was that, Jaswell? Well, you said that I'm girl bossing today, so of course. It's just like the consequences of my girl bossing. And being an absolute queen. So yeah, I'll probably need to be doing the this side quest and continue doing like the exploration thingy. It can be unlocked. And just continue the exploration. And after that continue like leveling up. But the issue is now is what is supposed to be like the max level in order to be able to do everything. Stretch. I swear stretching feels like way too good. You say queen, twink, or neither? I didn't catch that. Queen. The first one. The one that holds the crown. Because I'm just that good. Talking about holding the crown in the lobby, I think I have like just like one little like emote where it actually puts the crown on you. Hi there, Crumble Insanity. I don't know if you've been in here for a long time, but I'm probably just gonna be ending soon. I just wanted to show. But that's not it. My crown. It's also kind of funny because when you get it from like the fountain, like the quote that they give you is whatchamacallit. It's oh, it seems like you dropped this. Here, have like your crown. Also, I got this this girl, and of course I had to choose her because one, she's cute, and two, her hair. It fits with me perfectly. Also, this is like game mode right here. It's like so silly. They have like those like little like Fortnite dances. Oh, looks like someone won. Oh, they won. Both of them won. I'm actually surprised. Sometimes when you get like caught too much, you end up, well, you don't get enough time to be able to finish it. Oh, good. Nah, I just got here. Ah, I see. Been at this for 3 hours. It's a good stopping point in most cases. Every single dude. Just don't get me started on chibi forms. Do not get me started on chibi forms. Look at all these absolutely adorable life forms. Look at Carly. I can't zoom. I love her. She's probably my favorite from the new characters. She's just so cute and she has a tail. Look at that. And of course, I also have her on the bridge on Bridge Duty. It's adorable. I love her. What the hell? Give me a second. I need to check something. Because this is probably like a bad thing that was said. Hang on, hang on. Detect language. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a very, very, very good thing to say. Where is this? Good user in timeout. Remove, report. Where's ban? I guess I can use this. Sure. There we go. Let's get rid of that person. There we go. He was literally calling me a... Is this word even safe to like say in YouTube? I know YouTube has like a bunch of like words. It's a little like a random person that just came in here and in like Russian. Was it Russian? I think it was Russian. Lithuanian. Whatever that language is. I put it on like a translator and he was just like yeah, it's like the people that like children in like a sick way. He was pretty much just calling me to not be that kind of person. And it's just like, what the fuck? What the well, talking about words that I shouldn't be saying. I just said the F word. I remember that F word is supposed to be like one of those words that they're not supposed to like say on YouTube because they get mad at you. Just what the hell do you mean, man? Just look at this adorable characters. They're all so damn cute. Yeah, it's pretty unhinged. Like, dude, come on. Let me have some fun with like cute characters. They're also adorable, every single one of them. I love chibi characters, by the way. I think that chibi forms of like characters are like one of the most adorable things that they can do in like any of sort of like anime game. Every anime game should have a chibi form of their characters. It's a rule. The first one, Aaron. You said the first one. I mean, the world was just like very, very similar to whatchamacallit. No, he literally called me like the first thing. Just because I say that I like chibi characters and that they're cute. Yeah, I mean, I think if I remember correctly, like lolicon is sort of like a joke word. Well, it's the real thing. It's the like the actual real thing that's bad, but it's sort of like in the media. For Japanese, it's also like used like a sort of like a joke word. So if you call me that, then it's just like, oh, okay, I just take it as like the joke version, you know, because they're like sort of like, yeah, I just take it like as the joke version. I'm fine with that. But if you're just saying the other word doesn't have any other implications other than the actual bad thing. Doesn't have like anything else. I don't even know why it went through like the YouTube like filter system, or I don't even know why that person is here. Like that person, like he said that on like a different like language. So what's weird is just like, what is he doing here? I'm speaking English. Maybe if you were like speaking Spanish, because on my rules I mentioned that I know a little bit of Spanish. Well, not a little bit of Spanish. I know a lot of Spanish. And I also know like a little bit of Japanese in order to be able to tell if there's like some sort of like mistranslations going on, like the part where Carol's like saying YOLO and stuff like that, but she doesn't say anything like that. Yeah, but that was kind of cringe. Anyways, I managed to finally finish Kiana's little arc against like the World Serpent. It looks like the next arc, the prodigal, that girl returns, and looks like we're finally gonna be able to actually see Durandal more than a couple seconds, because every time that she shows up, it's just like in a little like CG, and then she just like completely like disappears. Anyway, the game was apparently supposed to tell me something, but it skipped again. Let's see how long this is. 13 again. More than an English only stream, it's more like it's an English mainstream. That's more of it. Like if somebody just comes over and just sort of like talks in like Spanish or anything like that, I can like answer to them. But my focus on like the language that I'm gonna be talking is gonna be well, English, of course. And if somebody just sort of like comes here and just like speaks like a little bit of Japanese, so I can like understand what they're saying, quote unquote, understand a little bit of what they're saying. Maybe if not, I just use like a translation like with that guy, and well, I can just like sort of like check what they were saying and then respond to them, or like attempt to respond to them. Yeah. Since I can't continue with the open world, and since it's also like time to eat, like even before I finished with like the main story part of the game, my stomach rumbled a lot. So I think my body is like asking me for nourishment now. I need to consume. Yeah, they're gonna have to keep up with that though, because shutters can definitely end up getting your Steam taken down. I know that some time ago there was a problem with some like sort of popular streamers where there were this like bot shatters that kept like through their username they were like sort of like hashtag ads of like not good sites, and because they had like the chat on their screen, and on the chat the username of those people would show up, it could end up like banning them, or it was like some emoticons, or it was the PFPs, the profile pictures that were getting them like banned, or that they were getting them in trouble with YouTube. I do remember that was the thing that was happening, and that's like one of the reasons why I don't have like a chat on my screen, even though it like it helps with whatchamacallit. It helps like some streamers to like have like a little bit like more like reach with shatters, just like seeing their shadow on their screen, or maybe it like helps with like clips when people do clips, and they can have like the shadow on the screen instead of having to add them separately and then putting them on. But who the hell is gonna clip me anyway? At the end of the day, who is gonna end up clipping me? So I don't need that, and I might as well just like save myself the trouble of something like that happening. Yeah, it happened a long time ago, and people have taken like measures around it. Like whenever they have like the chat on the screen, they only have like the what they say from the chat, or they don't have the PFP or their username. You never know though. Sometimes you'll have someone behind the scenes that may clip you. Just harder to do on YouTube though, from what I've heard. Is it really hard on like YouTube? I've actually heard that it's easier on YouTube because the archives are like up there. Oh, I think I might know why. When I was looking for sort of like things to be careful on when I was starting like the channel, there was this one channel that sort of had like a couple of like tips, and I listened to them. And there's like this one thing where it's just like the licenses for whatchamacallit, the licenses for like YouTube, and there's like YouTube normal license, and then and under that it's like creative licenses. Or if it's just like normal license from YouTube, you can take down someone else's like sort of like clips or videos, or they can be taken down as sort of like reusing content or something of the sort. So maybe it's that, but I have it on like creative license anyway. Like I don't really mind if somebody just wants to like touch on my videos or anything of the sort. Just like it's fine. Like, the only thing that that's really like bad is if somebody actually grabs your video and makes some sort of like shit talking video. Like imagine if that guy that I just like banned or like timed out goes onto like his own channel and sort of and starts like making like this sort of like entire video where he just starts like trash talking me. Like of course that one's bad, but if you're just like sort of like grabbing my like experience on the game and sort of just throw it on like a random like clip, then it's like everything's good. I don't think anyone should be mad about people making clips of those sorts. I do know there's like some big like streamers and stuff like that that end up getting mad for people like making clips of them. I don't need the entire rundown. I just I don't stream nothing myself, but you guys have a lot to worry about. It's in terms of TOS. I can trash talk you, but what good is going to do that without context? That's the thing. A lot of people use the fact that there's like no context, that they're not giving the context to make it seem worse than possible, as bad as possible. That's sort of like the thing. But once again, it's just like, look at me, look at this little like small baby channel. It's just like, are you really gonna try to like get this like get me like banned or something of the sort? It's just like, what will you accomplish, man? Oh no, my little small channel with like 1 or 2 viewers and like absolutely 1 digit subscribers. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I mean, you're wrong. Most people won't make the effort to look this stuff further up. Yeah, like you're not messing with anybody. You're just trying to have a good time. Yep, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. It's mainly the thing. It's like having fun with this game. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, so I just kind of wanna play it, catch up, go on to Genshin Impact, play it, catch up, find out if it's as good as people call it. Go to Honkai Star Rail, play it, catch up, find out if it's as good as people have been saying. Do the same thing for like CCC whenever it releases. I don't know what I'm gonna do with CCC though. It releases this year, if I remember correctly. It should be soon, like on the second quarter of the year, probably. I don't know if I'm just gonna play it on day one, or if I'm gonna wait until I'm finished with everything. It apparently doesn't have like any connection to any of the other games. So, yeah. Right now you have like 4 viewers. Don't have a lot of them talking right now. Yeah. I mean, I'm personally like a lurker myself on other like streams because I'm usually like doing other things. Like whenever I'm doing the dailies for my other gacha games and stuff like that, or where I'm doing work, I just sort of because I have like a wireless headset, I'm able to take it all around the house and I can listen to their streams. It's this kind of like thing that where it's just like any sort of like support can make any streamer happy. And I think any streamer that is ever like doing something, especially if they're just like as small as I am, you could say, I think they should be happy with just like anybody just coming by. I can't imagine how much it takes like a person to just like see like a 0 viewer streamer and actually click on it, because usually when you're seeing somebody that's like streaming for a long time and probably not music, right? Like times where there's like seeing like a lot of like viewer numbers or on a channel probably is a big deal, because if a lot of people are watching them, they must be good, right? They must be fun to watch. Definitely, although I would assume the most streamers would like to hear more people talk during the stream. Yeah, you're right. As long as you have some people around, that's all you can ask for. Yeah. it's not even like all I can ask for. It's just like even more than what I can ask for. Just somebody watching. Even when I like look back at like my other like streams and I see like sort of like views popping out, it's just like, wow, I can't believe this. Somebody actually clicked on the video of the random person like on the internet. It's just like I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm like sort of like really surprised when that happens. Well, you have to be careful because some people can be botting views this day. I heard that was a big thing these days on Twitch. Well, they sort of have like their own like systems to like stop botting. I'm sure they can notice it. And yeah, I guess there's some problems with that. But it's like the numbers on YouTube are not like really indicative of like the popularity of like a streamer, even on Twitch or even on Twitter. Like I've seen like people that have like, let's say 4 digits of like followers or some sort of like that, and whenever they're like streaming they don't have like 3 digits of like viewers. So usually people can like sort of like subscribe or like follow into like giving some support to like the streamer, and I think that's way more than enough than any streamer might should be asking for, because that helps them sort of like gain a little bit more reach at the very least, and even if they're not getting like people watching. And it's just like as a person that has like worked in worked in general and gone to like school and stuff like that, like you should be understanding that there's times where somebody's just like busy and they want to have some like background noise while they're doing stuff, like when you're cooking, when you're just like fixing something, when you're doing something else, when you're at work and you have like your headset on or your headphones on. It's just like it's nice, and those people just like can't be like japping on the chat, just like throwing things out to like the streamer. It's just like it's almost like impossible not win. Nice. Wait, no fucking way. No fucking way. It can't be real. Anyways, not like I care about that. Where is it? Is it that much further up? Yeah, it is that guy. Anyways. And it was again. And he's gone again. It's okay. All right. Anyways, I think I've yapped for like long enough. I do need to eat. My stomach is no longer rumbling, but my body should be asking for like nourishment. And about that guy, we can just like forget about him. He gains nothing. Giving him attention actually gains him something. So, for anyone that came here, watch me, or even listen to me, thank you very much. I know it's like very rare for people to actually click on like small viewers streams and stuff like that. So I am very, very thankful for you coming in and like listening, or just like being just here. Just like more than enough. Clap, clap, clap. I'll be continuing with the game probably tomorrow at the same time. We get to see more of Durandal, especially because I got lucky on the Dorn supply and I got her. Where is she? I got this Durandal, which is exactly the Durandal that's showing right here. That's nice. Yeah. Thank you, Crumbling, for coming by. See you later. Thank you, Jaeger, for coming by as well, and always like talking. My my parasocial viewer. I'll never let that title go. It's just stuck on you for the rest of your life. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye. If anybody else had fun, subscribe, like, and whatever else the other YouTubers say.